Took some overtime to get the time right. Had to lose a little mind to get my mind right. Finally realized, but in hindsight, you wanted the limelight. Me priority never once. You kept close but never really wasn't. I accept you like a focus. Agree with all your choices. Needed you to need me. Needed you to see me. Until I found the right direction, I think my reflection would agree. Had to find the me in me.
The Short Sport by K. David Jordan.
Everybody talking about they the best. Everybody talking, but they talking about us. BRG walking the God we trust. As long as our name is listed in the book, we good. Show me the list. Show me the list. Show me the list. Hey. Everybody talking about they the best. They the best.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those nights tonight. It's gonna be such a. Hey, listen. All I gotta say is, I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. That's all I gotta say. I gotta say I told you so. I told you so. It's gonna be a crazy show tonight. Did the college football people get it right? Did the committee make the right decision? Oh, I got some Florida State fans that's real bad right now. I got some Georgia fans that's real bad right now. I got some Michigan fans that's real scared right now. And you know what it is? You know it's RollTide.
Show me the list. Everybody talking about they the best. Everybody talking, but they talking about us. BRG walking the God we trust. As long as our name is listed in the book, we good. Show me the list. Show me the list. Show me the list. Hey. Everybody talking about they the best. They the best, yes. Everybody talking, but they talking about us. BRG walking the God we trust. As long as our name is listed in the book, we good.
Favorite guy on the move. He's going to run it, and he's going to come up big. Jalen Milroe, and he wisely hits the deck.
4 for 4 on the drive. This time, starts out with a running play to start out the series.
And Milroe will keep it again. It's his game right now.
That's it. A little bit of eye candy. 3 Georgia defenders all follow the fake. That time, and Milroe takes it up. Only 1 timeout left in the game for Georgia. That could happen. But I think Alabama's in the front.
They are 12-1. They're perfect against Georgia in SEC championship games.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Oh, wait. Play. Let's go. Let's get it started. Let's go. Play. Woo. Y'all already know. What up? Welcome to the show of uncompetitive banter because I'm always right. You know what I'm saying? I'm always on point. I'm right 95%. I'm trying to tell y'all, 95% of the time, 95% of the time, I'm right. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to see this man's face right there. I just want to put it on the camera. I'm gonna take him off because he's in agony right now. I can't believe he still got the Seminole shirt on. Really? You know, really, he still got the Seminole. How you doing, Bo? How you doing, sir?
What's up, King? How's it going, buddy? How's life treating you?
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Especially after this weekend. Woo! After this weekend, it's super duper fantastic, bro. How about yourself?
A little bit disappointed to a little sidetrack with Florida State, but Miami Dolphins, Los Angeles Lakers, everybody else is doing pretty good.
Everybody else is doing well, man. It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you.
It's good to be seen, brother, instead of viewed.
I got you, man. I didn't think you was gonna show up, but I'm glad you're here and you're here on time. You're getting to go today, so you know what I'm saying. But hold on, you know I got to delve in this. I got to dwell in the bass. I got to bass in the favor of roll. Wait a minute, that's right. Roll Tide. So let's talk. All right. So this is what happened. This is what happened. Listen. I've been telling y'all for months. I've been telling y'all for since the beginning of last year. Since last year, when Georgia fans was like, "Oh, we don't want Alabama." They went to campaign. We don't want Alabama in the game. We don't want Alabama. We don't want Bama in there. We don't want the Tide to be a part of the playoffs because they didn't do what they're supposed to do to win the game. Right? That's what everybody's telling us. They didn't do what they're supposed to do to win the game. That's what everybody's telling me, okay? Y'all ain't deserve it. Y'all lost 2 games. Y'all ain't deserve to be in the playoffs. And I'm like, are y'all kidding me? You got one of the greatest playoffs of all times that we can have. You can have one of the greatest playoffs of all times at one time and with having Michigan versus Bama and Ohio State versus Georgia, right? And then the winner of those two play each other. Right, but no. Last year, everybody want to go TCU. Please put TCU. Put TCU in there. TCU deserves to win because they had all those wins. Please put TCU. TCU is a great team. They had all those wins. They deserve to make it. So please put TCU in there. I'm like, what? TCU, please, TCU. And I'm like, no, you need to have Bama in there. You wait a minute. You said, wait, Bo, listen, hey, Mr. Bo, you like do you like your boys set up today? You know what I'm saying? I had to wear the Bama colors today. You know, I feel pretty good right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling pretty good right now, Bo. I'm feeling pretty good, you know. But that's what they kept saying. They kept saying TCU. Please be TCU. All right, so I'm like, wait a minute now. But y'all don't want Bama to be there? No, TCU. And then what happens? TCU gets in there and they play against Michigan. And we're going to get on Michigan in a minute. Why? You know what I'm saying? What happened with them this week also, which is interesting. But we're going to, they against Michigan. And as I predicted, and when I said I think TCU was going to beat Michigan, people looked at me like I was crazy. And I said, the reason is Jim Harbaugh doesn't win big games. He does not, from NFL, college, to coaching, he's yet to win the big one. He's yet to win big games. I can't trust him. He'll have a great team, get to the playoffs, and then all of a sudden, guess what? He doesn't show up. So I'm looking at them. They're like, oh, TCU. So TCU gets there and beats Michigan. And I was like, okay, not surprising because it's Jim Harbaugh. Not surprising at all, right? And it's a Jim or John. It's one I get them confused. They both like the same. Neither one will come with a big game. All right. So I think John actually won the championship though. I think he did win Baltimore.
Yeah, he got a ring.
He got a ring. Maybe 2, right? He might got 2. I think he got 2. But no. What's the name? Got the first one. I can't think of his name right now. I see his face.
Brian Billy.
Billy got the first one, and then Harbaugh got the last. Right. So TCU goes up against Georgia, and guess what happens? It's a blowout. It's a blowout. And then TCU for sure look like TCU. They look like TCU. Going against Georgia, the Bulldogs, the Bull Puppies, the Bulldogs. And you have TCU going against Georgia Bulldogs, right? So what happens? Georgia destroys TCU, and then Georgia goes, oh, we win. We are the champions again. That's what Georgia's doing. They singing it. They feeling they got the chest out because they know what 2 years in a row. And I'm like, hey, listen. Y'all won this year. I give y'all the first year because y'all beat Bama. Bama beat y'all first in the SEC championship. Then y'all came back and beat them in the championship game. I gave you that. Gave you all credit in that. But then I said, hold on now. Y'all still ain't this. Now this, Bo, listen to me, Bo. Bo, listen. Now this is what messed. This really what messed everybody up. And I tried to tell you guys last year. I tried to tell you what really messed everybody up, Bo, was Pollard. David Pollard, former, did he play for Georgia? David Pollard,
Yeah.
former Georgia quarterback, right? The former Georgia quarterback. Was it quarterback or wide receiver? I think it's quarterback, right?
David Pollard,
Yeah. He was
defensive end.
defense. Okay. David Pollard plays, and David Pollard has the audacity to sit there with Nick Saban right there on the thing and go, Georgia's the new Bama. Georgia's taking over for Bama. And he let his fandom get to him. When I saw Saban, and Saban had that scar on his face. Like, he said, you know how I say on that scar, Saban go, he didn't say nothing, but you could tell. He almost started turning red. I said, oh, they done messed up. I said, Bo, I told him last year, Bo, you remember this? I said, man, that man done lost his mind. I don't know what he's thinking. And ESPN thought the same thing because they fired him with the layoffs. They got rid of him, right? They're like, okay, he done lost his mind. And if you go back and look at his Twitter over the last few months or the last few weeks, all his picks has been wrong. Bo, they've been worse than my picks recently. And they've been all trash. All trash. So we get up there and we come to this year. And I tried to tell you guys, I said, listen, it's the never-ending revenge tour. I said, Alabama's having the never-ending revenge tour this year. And guess what everybody's like, oh no, Bama's going to use, they don't have a quarterback. They don't have a quarterback. You know, y'all don't have a quarterback. That's what they're not going to beat you. And I told them Georgia boys, I told them boys, that none of them little jokers, none of them little cowards will come on the show tonight. They won't be there. I was like, hey, come on in. All that doing is talk during the year. Bama ain't it. Bama ain't got no quarterback. Bama can't handle our run. Bama can't handle our rush. Bama can't handle our defense. Bama, all that stuff y'all talking about. I kept telling y'all all year. I said, listen. I said, y'all don't want to see them boys. I said, that's all right. We're going to see you. We're going to be at the SEC championship. We're going to be there. Then we lost to Texas. And it's early in the season. We lost to Texas. Great game. It really wasn't, you know, Texas won by 10, and it was in Bama, and it was in Tuscaloosa. They won by 10, but it was a close game. And real talk, Miro did kind of cost us the game because he had those 2 picks, right? So he did cost us those games. But at the end of the day, it was a very good game, and it's a close game, but it's early in the season. And Jalen Miro is coming into the starter as a redshirt sophomore. Think about that, Bo. He's a redshirt sophomore.
Do you want my take on Jalen Miro?
No, not yet, Bama. Not yet. Let me get my Bama rat off, Bo. Let me get it all off. So what happens is Jalen Miro, the next game we play, they bench for Jalen Miro. Now, I'm gonna tell you, Bo, listen. Now, when they play was it South Florida? When they played South Florida, I knew what Nick Saban was doing. See, Saban is, y'all gotta understand, Saban's a mastermind. This ain't his first rodeo. He's been doing this for years. And everybody wondered, Nick, why are you bitching Miro? He's a sophomore. That was like his second start. Like, why are you putting him on the bench? And Saban's like, oh, we got a quarterback. We got quarterback controversy. We got to figure out who's going to be the guy. We got to figure out if Jalen's the guy. He knew the whole time that Jalen was the guy. The guy runs a 4.3, has a 70-yard bomb arm. He's a great, comes from a great family, military family, and is a great kid, right? So he knew that Miro was the guy, right? He knew it was the guy. But what he had to do was he had to let the nation and the committee and everybody else think, oh, we got to get better because we lost. We lost to Texas. So, oh man, we got to rebuild. We got to be a different team by the time we get to the end than we are right now, right? And I tried to say something. People have been saying stuff, and they've been saying stupid stuff. And the ball, I'm gonna get you to talk on this real quick. But people have been saying stupid stuff, and one of the things they try to say, the games don't mean nothing. And I'm like, nah, they mean something. But if you want to continue to have the top teams playing each other throughout the year, non-conference games, and playing top teams during non-conference games, you have to say, hey, if you're a number 3 team and you played the number 4 team at the beginning of the year to give us a blockbuster game, hey, we're gonna revisit that when we get back at the end. Whoever loses, if it's a close game, we revisit them as that one lost team, right? We revisit them because it's a close game. You know what I'm saying? It's a good game, and they took a chance at playing each other. They took a chance at doing it, and we want to see those as fans. We want to see I want to see Bama play Texas in the non-conference. I would like to see Bama play Michigan or play a powerhouse in the non-conference games. But what ends up happening is what kind of happened with Florida State and what kind of happened with Georgia this year. They put a lot of Rudy Poos on their schedule. So when it was time and the committee was looking at it, he was like, yo, you ain't playing nobody tough. You beat, yeah, you was 13-0. You was 12-0, but you didn't really play nobody. You didn't play nobody that was really worth anything. Hold on, Bo. Before you get it, let me go. Hey, make mental notes. All right, no, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go. Because I'm feeling myself. I'm mental today. Let's go, Bo. Go ahead.
Well, you really got to look at the logics behind all of this stuff. Florida State has played LSU 2 consecutive years, game one. One in
Okay.
Louisiana, one in Orlando. We're 4-0 against the SEC the last 4 games. We beat LSU back-to-back first games of the year, and don't forget, non-schedule wise, we play Florida every year. So we're 4-0 against the LSU in 2 consecutive years. Oh, by the way, King, hold
Okay.
on real quick. I got somebody calling in. This is unorthodox. He's calling in real quick, and he wants to talk about the Georgia Bulldogs. Hold on one
Oh.
second.
Why? Why, Bo? Why? Why are we talking about that? Why are we talking about somebody that's not relevant right now? That's all I gotta say. They're not even relevant right now. Go ahead. Who is it? Oh, he can't. Oh, Bo, you gonna have to go back to the All right. So listen. Bo, you gotta have to go back to your computer, then do the call. Tell him to call me at 569-6110. Give me the call at 478-569-6110. I think we lost Bo right there for a second because he's taking the call. So tell him to call me at 478-569-6110. Give me a call at 478-569-6110. Now we listen, Georgia fans, y'all can call in. 478-569-6110. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Now, Bo brought up that Florida, and I will wait till he come back because he gave that weak excuse that Florida beat LSU. and are you back, Bo? You back? All right. I think Bo's back. Bo, you back? Bo, you there? I thought I heard him. Yeah, I thought I heard him laughing, but maybe not. All right. So he got that weak excuse that that they beat Florida State beat LSU and beat who else he said they beat? Florida. All right. Florida State beat LSU and Florida. But what he doesn't understand is that Florida State this year, if you look at the standings, right? LSU was not a top team. If you look at the standings, LSU was the top team in the SEC. LSU was the bottom. LSU was middle of the pack. And they wasn't a top team. LSU with a conference of 6-2 in conference, 9-3 overall. That was the top team. Not this year. And then we destroyed LSU. We destroyed LSU. Destroyed. And then you said Florida. Florida was worse. I want Bo to call back in. Call back in, Bo. All right. Florida was worse. So at the end of the day, guys, and I get it. Everybody wants to have something to say. They want to talk about the bull puppies. They want to talk about everything else. But listen, let me tell you what happened. I told you guys. I said it's a never-ending Alabama revenge tour. When we play LSU, we beat the brakes off LSU. we didn't play no games. We beat LSU 42-28. 42-28. Bigger win margin. Bigger win. We played Florida. We beat Florida what? We destroyed Florida too. What do you think we played Florida? Florida's so good, we didn't even have to play Florida this year. But if you say, oh, we got wins on LSU or Florida, I'm looking at you like, who's that? We scored 42 on LSU. Georgia blew out Florida. Florida was weak this year. Florida's been weak for a while. So those are big wins. Yeah, now I think we got the calls coming in. Let's see if we get the calls in right here. Hello. Hold on. Hello. I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me? Let me make sure. Hold on. Let me make sure I got you in. Make sure I got you in here. All right. Let me see. Let's see if I got you in here. Go ahead. Say something real quick. I think we barely can hear you. Hold on. Let me switch it up a little bit. Let me see. Let me get you here.
Bro, for sure.
Who am I speaking to? Who is this?
It's A-Dub.
What's up, A-Dub? How you doing? All right. Boy will be back in a second. He'll be back shortly. Boy will be back on this shortly. Now, you want to talk about the Georgia. What you had to say about the Bulldogs?
Man, that's my team, bro. I live and die red and black.
Hey, man, that's not a smart decision. That's not the smartest decision. Live and die red and black way. Bo, I got you back. Can you hear him, Bo?
Yeah, A-Dub, how you doing, brother?
Man, why I sound like you outside on the grill, bro?
What's up, big dog? Hey, I got a question for you, man. Let me know when you're ready. I got a question for you.
Come on, man. You might be cooking or something, bro. You got to come close to the microphone.
Hold on, I try to get closer. There you go. Go ahead.
All right, so A-Dub, I got a quick question for you. My question is, how do you feel about the Georgia Bulldogs, a team that has won 29 consecutive college football games, the hierarchy of the NCAA football at that point in time, and losing one game and being completely left out of the Final Four without having a chance to play for the national championships when you have two teams in there with one loss? How do you feel about that?
Well, obviously, I don't like it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? That's been the question ever since. I've been talking to just other people trying to get understanding of why. You know what I'm saying? Dude, not only did we didn't make the playoff, they dropped us to number 6, bro. We lost one game, and that's in the SEC to Alabama, which is a number 8 team. But yeah, it's the SEC. So you mean to tell me a number 18 Alabama can push us that far back and then knock us completely out? I don't understand that, bro. So yeah, now I'm thinking there's got to be some money involved. So it's not just sports, it's business now. I didn't like the fact that we had to pay Alabama no way from the beginning. I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't feel like they were deserving to play us being that we was number 1. You know what I mean? I was looking to play Michigan or Florida State myself. You know what I'm saying? So I think politics done took over. So let me tell you something, man. I saw memes where a referee on Facebook where I don't know if y'all seen this or not, but I saw a meme where Nick Saban was giving the referee money. You know what, bro? I don't know if y'all seen that.
I saw it.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And, look, bro, I ain't got a whole lot of time, but I got a whole lot of I'm sorry, excuse me for cursing y'all. I got a whole lot to say. You know what I'm saying? But,
I feel you.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I got one more question for you. This is a real deep question about not just, and this time I'm gonna take away the theory of the Alabama versus Georgia. This time I want to talk about the selection committee. How do you feel about Georgia has won 29 consecutive games in a row. They lose to Alabama, don't have a chance at all to win a national championship. Once again, two teams, Texas and Alabama, both have a loss. They both got opportunities to win a national championship. Do you think that the committee should have made an annulment and said, hey, right now, let's go to the top 6 teams, put Florida State and Georgia in it, the top 6 teams play for the championship. Let's make an annulment right now, go to a 16 playoff, and let's get some signatures signed off on it from these Power 5 schools, and let's make it happen. Do you think that should have happened?
I don't know the guys that do. I know all the sports. know what I'm saying? But I heard one guy say, if Georgia would have won, Florida State would have been in there too. Which I don't understand that part, but
I agree with that. I don't understand it either, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It does, but it's the politics. You know, so I'm like, how y'all gonna drop us way down there? We just lost one game, and again, it's the SEC. It's not a regular season game. SEC, Alabama already done lost the regular season. Texas, and then Texas. Come on, Texas. I'm like AI. I'm like Aaron Rodgers right now. Practice? Y'all talking about practice? Why is we in? Why we ain't there? And how is Michigan number one? Can somebody explain that to me?
You know, one thing about the Michigan Wolverines, I give them credit. They played Ohio State. Other than that, that's all they've done. You know, the Big Ten to me is not a strong conference.
So, hold on. So you mean to tell me you can beat the number 2 team and become number 1? No, sir. No, sir. You beat the number 2 team, you number 3, you go right to number 2. Because you hadn't played Georgia.
You know, A-Dub, a lot of people have been giving Michigan props all year, but the jury's still out. They beat Ohio State, but they're used to them. They play them every year, so they know what they're facing every year in that one game. And to me, other than that, they've had a pretty much cupcake schedule. A lot of people also talk about Michigan in the situation with Harbaugh. They've got a coach who's been suspended twice in 1 year. A lot of people saying they should have been kicked out just because of that.
I know, exactly. I mean, like, like 2 times this year, right?
Yeah.
He got suspended 2 times this year.
Right. So
they could be number 1. Come on.
So, you know, everything in the water ain't clear when it comes to Michigan, but for some reason they're the number 1 team in the country. That's strange. So
It's not strange at all, Bo. That's not right. I can't sit here and let y'all do that now. I can't sit here and let y'all bring these conspiracy theories on the show. That's not right. Y'all can't do that. Michigan beat 3 top 25 teams this year. They beat number 10 Penn State. And they blew out everybody else. They beat number 10 Penn State. They beat Iowa, number 20 Iowa, and they beat Ohio State at the time that was number 2. So you talking about 3 straight games that Michigan won, and they undefeated, and they won the conference, and they dominated all the teams that they should have dominated. They should have did. They did something that Florida State didn't do. They did something that Georgia didn't do. That's why Michigan is number 1. Georgia lost, so they dropped out the top 4. It is what it is. When Bama lost, wait a minute, what was Bama's ranking when Bama lost?
Lost to who?
When they lost to Texas. They ain't lost for 1. But what's their record?
They were undefeated at that time.
But what's their record?
I can't remember.
I mean, what was their ranking?
Oh, I can't remember.
They were ranked number 1. They were number 1. And they dropped to number 8 when they lost to Texas. They dropped to number 8. So we can't sit here and say, well, dang, we don't have any merit for the committee dropping Georgia from 1 loss down to number 6 when Bama dropped to 8. They dropped to 8.
Well, can you also got to look at the ramifications of the situation with Bama? Bama lost to Texas in Alabama, and even though you lost by 10, it wasn't close on the field.
Yes,
Texas
it was. It came down to an interception that Jalen Miro threw, and he threw 2 interceptions at the end. It was very close.
I don't think you heard what I said.
I
said it wasn't close on the field. I'm not talking about the score. Texas pushed Alabama up and down that football field. I sat there and watched the game closer. They destroyed Alabama on the field. Their defense dominated the game. Believe it or not, Texas could have been actually pushed to be number 1 in the nation after that football game, the way how they dominated Bama and Bama.
Okay.
So the game was close by 10 points, but not by man-to-man on the football field. It was a up and down the field sled pushing. And I sat there and watched it closely.
Let me ask you this. Go ahead, Abdul. Hey, Doug, go ahead. It was like 5 or 6, something like that. It was like 5 or 6. I can tell you. Hold on, I can tell you. It was like 5 or 6. Go ahead.
Okay, well, that's the reason why.
But you dropped the boys at the top. You dropped them from number 1 down to what was it? For number no. Yeah, you dropped them from number 1 all the way down to number 8. You dropped them from 1, and that's 1 loss. Bama had to climb back into it. Let's not forget last week. Bama, what was Bama's ranking last week? You just said wait. Hey, Doug. Hey, Boogie. You just said yourself. Bama went from what to what? Right. They went from 8 to 4. They were in the 8th spot with 1 loss. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So y'all can't sit here and say, well, Georgia lost it. They shouldn't have dropped that to number 6. They both had 1 loss. You dropped Bama to 8. That's fair.
Well, here's the thing about Georgia. Bama is a good football team, and so is Georgia. But you got a team that done won 29 games in a row, and they lose 1 game. I still think they should have an opportunity to play for the championship.
Who play should they take?
Me, honestly, if I would have had to do it, the first thing I would have said was, although Michigan have beaten some good teams, who is Penn State? Let's be honest. Penn State is
number 10 right now, and
they can't score. Who is Iowa? Iowa
number
has
26.
They can't score. So, and then you take a look at it for what it's worth.
Ohio State,
now that's a valid victory. I give them a green card on that one. That's a valid victory.
And they dominated. Wait a minute, they dominated Penn State too. Now they dominated Penn State. That was dominating.
Penn State can't score. Penn State can't score points. Neither can Iowa. So, and Michigan has a good defense, so it was a great matchup for them. But Ohio State was a good game. It could have went either way. But Michigan earned that victory against a good team. I'll give them that. But other than that, to me, the schedule has really been kind of weak. I don't say it's powerful because they're dealing with Penn State and they're dealing with Iowa. I mean, if you take a look at it, we're talking about 2 football teams that can't even score a touchdown. So, I mean, you go into the game with automatically opportunity to win. It's a one-sided affair. But when you take a look at somebody like Florida State, who won the conference, beat 2 SEC teams, won 19 straight games, offensive line have played together for over 200 games combined. The defense have given up 0 points or negative yards in the last 2 ball games, and they're undefeated. And they was left out simply because Georgia beat TCU real bad last year, and nobody wanted to put Florida State in there because they thought that was going to happen again. But guess what? It wasn't going to happen again because they saw the game against Louisville with a 3rd-string quarterback. Rodemaker would have been back to start in the bowl game, which would have been better for our offense. Nobody wanted to see Florida State in there with the best defense in the country.
Hey, Doug, I'm going to get you on my side real quick. Hey, Doug, I'm going to get you on my side. You ready? Hello? You still there, sir? Okay, I'm going to get you on my side real quick. Who you got at Georgia, Florida State? Yeah. I'm just asking you because Bo's team is Florida State and your team is Georgia. I'm trying to ask who you running with right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm petty like that. I want the 2 guys that when y'all want to jump on Bama, but y'all got to face each other. Y'all need to be mad at each other. Why y'all worried about us?
When you look at it like that, Key, honestly, I don't really care who wins the game because Florida State players are already saying they're transferring. Some of the star receivers are already said that they're not going to play in the game. They're skipping it to go to the draft. So at the end of the day, it really doesn't even matter who wins because the best players probably won't even be out on the football field.
I got you. I'm King Jordan. King Jordan.
Okay. Oh, you King George.
Yes, sir.
Man, you really King George.
I said, definitely. Wait a minute, Bo. That's disrespectful. You disrespecting Florida State right now, Bo.
What'd he say?
He put the starters in for the game.
I mean, Florida State ain't putting theirs in either.
Man, we don't really want to play this game, man. They don't school. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start first next year. So listen, our starters, let them rest. Matter of fact, if you don't want the 2nd or 3rd string, put them in play Florida State. You know what I'm saying? See, Florida State has been on a high 8 or something. They really ain't played. They don't know what the SEC feel like. So we don't want to if we lose or not. Just put the third string in, you know what I'm saying? If they win, they win. You know what I'm saying? But it don't matter. I ain't worried about this game. Nigga, look, I gotta work. Okay? I ain't even gonna watch the game. You know what I'm saying?
Me either.
What am I Florida State? Florida State is good on their side of the war.
Okay.
They good. I give it to them. They good on their side of the war. But see, the SEC is different. Because you gotta think about this team. Oregon, when Jordan played Oregon, and we know how Oregon plays. It's not like, Oregon, man, they finna run that thing on y'all. Okay. Beat the brakes off them. Then it was back on Michigan. Same thing. Beat the brakes out of them. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't care what people talk about. You know what I'm saying? The SEC is different.
I agree.
You gotta be a whole man. You can't think you just
Hey, hold on, Ashley. Let me say this. We play 2 SEC teams every year. We play LSU and we play Florida. We done played them back-to-back 2 consecutive years, and we done went 4-0 against them. So what do you mean Florida State can't play against SEC teams? 4-0.
I don't know, so I'm asking.
Who went out?
Who close they played in the SEC? I ain't been following.
They played a week 9-3 LSU team, and then they played that we scored 42 on that. The Bama scored 42 on. Then they played a weak Florida team that ain't been good since Steve Spurrier left. Since Tebow left. I'm sorry, since Tebow left.
How many points y'all scored against LSU?
42.
Florida State scored 45.
Yeah. Y'all almost lost though. It was a close game.
No, it wasn't. We beat them 45-24.
All right, 42-28. So, wait a minute, Bo. All right, we gotta stop. Hey, Doug, we thank you for calling in the show, man. We appreciate you, man. We gotta get you back on, okay? All right, man. You be good.
Take care, brother.
I need the Georgia people to call it. I need the Georgia people, bro. You gotta stop. You gotta stop using the SEC. We beat the SEC 4 games because you play. Listen, Florida. LSU was the 4th best team in the SEC. Fourth. They were 4. Florida was down at the bottom of the SEC. That was the barrel of SEC. They were the laughing stock. That was an easy dub for everybody in the SEC. So those 2 wins aren't even. That doesn't even help your case of making the playoffs. You know making the playoffs. You know why Florida State didn't make it.
Since we're comparing conferences, let me be statistically honest with you. The ACC has a winning record against the SEC this year. You can pull that up. So you can't just say, hey, the SEC is the powerhouse. And look, Greg Sankey, we all know what he's done throughout his career, and the SEC has done well, and they've won a lot of championships since they went to the BCS and now the playoff system. But times change. And I will say this right here. The ACC has a winning record against the SEC this year. So what's your statistical value?
The SEC, listen, the SEC, they have a winning record against the bottom of the SEC, not the top. Y'all ain't play nobody. Wait, because nobody from your conference beat Georgia. Nobody from your conference beat Alabama.
Have they played anybody in the ACC?
Huh? We don't look at the ACC. Who's the ACC? The ACC? Hey, the ACC is dead. The committee.
Oh, yeah. Let me guess. Y'all played teams from the AAC.
Listen,
y'all played teams from Conference USA.
Wait, the committee. wait, Bo, check it out. All seriousness, the college football committee showed you that the ACC is dead. They didn't even get Florida. Florida is a 12-13-0 ACC champion. And it's like, we don't want you in there.
Well, the reason
the ACC is dead.
The reason why Florida State got left out is simply because of Jordan Travis got hurt. It has nothing to do with the ACC being dead or the ACC being underneath other conferences. It's simply because Jordan Travis got hurt. They came out and said it during the selection committee process.
It paid the process.
It's all about the money. It's a business. College football now is minor league football, if you ask me, because you got college football players that are going on 1-year deals with the NIL, changing up every single year. But overall, it's a money thing, and it has nothing to do with Florida State football team, because Florida State football team brought back 16 starters. 16 starters just to get back to the Final Four to play for a national championship, and they didn't give them that because their quarterback got hurt. We
That was a big
every put in front of us this year. We are a football team that have won 19 straight games, the third longest winning streak in the country behind Georgia, used to be Georgia, and the Washington Huskies, who have won 20. Florida State is no slouch. You better ask LSU. You better ask Georgia. You better ask anybody that we play. We have rings just like everybody else. Georgia just started winning. Florida State got rings. So trust me, the pedigree to win championships is there, and I felt like this was their year to get there, and the committee took it away from them because they felt like the ratings were going to be down because of a backup quarterback playing against all the other teams in the finals. Florida State should have been there.
I'm sorry, bro. I can't see Florida State being in there. I watched Florida State. I watched that game against.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you.
I'm listening.
Since you can't see an undefeated team that's won the conference that have beat 5 teams ranked in the top 20 be there, how do you see Alabama being there with one loss to Texas, got destroyed at home, even though it was only 10 points that the differential, but they really got destroyed, and you barely beat Auburn in Auburn on some calls that you were giving down the stretch? How do you feel like Alabama deserves to be there?
Alabama
and Auburn is garbage. They just lost to New Mexico State the week before. Paid them $1.85 million to lose the game, but in fact, they lost the game. Took you all the way to the wire. You got calls down the stretch just to get to the SEC championship game. So how do you feel like you deserve to be there? And you got a loss, and you barely beat Auburn, and you got beat bad at home by Texas. How do you deserve to be there? Answer that.
All right, cool. Easy. It's very easy. It's very simple. Very simple. Strength of schedule. Florida State's 55. Alabama's 5. Alabama plays in the toughest conference, the SEC. You got the number one team. Hold on, let me finish. Let me get it off.
Toughest.
Hold on. You got a 29. Who out of the college football season, out of the college playoff and championship series, who's won the most championship? What conference?
SEC.
Okay,
I said that earlier.
All right.
But
so
keep in mind, I also say this: every year is different.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
History. We're talking about the 2023 football season. We're not talking about history.
I get what you're saying. You got okay. I'm gonna explain it to you. I'm gonna break it down. Right. Alabama. Who do we beat this year? We beat number 11, Mississippi. Who do we beat this year?
Mississippi.
Ole Miss. We beat number 11 ranked team. Number 25, Tennessee. We beat number 13, LSU. We beat number 1, Georgia. 4 of them. Boy, they calling you. They're blowing up your line now because they're trying to help you out. They want to help you out.
Hey, King, we hot tonight now. We hot.
They're trying to help you out. They trying to help you out. That's what they're trying to do because you're losing this one, Bo. 55-5, though, is a good difference.
Hey, what's going on, my friend Antonio? How you doing?
Here we got another Florida State apologist. Here we go.
I gotta tell you.
Hey, King, hold on one second, Antonio. Hold on. Hey, King, can you hear him good?
I can hear him. I can very well. Good job.
Okay. And you barely beat LSU.
42-28. 42-28.
But we blew them out though.
45-24.
We blew them out though.
You got a 3-point difference. What are you talking about? It's a 3-point. That's a touchdown difference. Touchdown difference.
Alabama ain't got no business being there.
Antonio, I got a question for you.
Y'all ridiculous. I can't believe this.
I got a question for you. Why you?
I cannot believe this.
Answer this question for me, Antonio. Answer this question for me. With Georgia and Florida State being left out,
which they should have,
do you absolutely think that we will have a true champion?
Well,
because look at what I'm about to say. You've got a team that in the last 30 games they're 29-1, and a conference champion that's left out. Do you actually think that a true national champion will be crowned? Now, if Washington wins the national championship, I'll say they're a true champion. I'll give them that. If Michigan wins, I'll say true champion. I'll give them that. But it's an asterisk beside Alabama and Texas because I think it's a business decision that they're in more than anything.
Man, Michigan blew out. We ain't gonna hear that talk. Michigan blew out Alabama.
Why do you feel that way?
Huh?
Why do you feel that way?
I'm gonna tell you why I say that is because I mean Alabama's okay, but the thing about it, Michigan is hungry, and you can see it this year. They're hungry because one, they lost that game at Georgia last year, and them boy, as you say, what you call it, revenge tour. There's a revenge tour for Michigan because you know what I'm saying? Because they gotta have it.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think that Michigan even deserves to be there? Now, I got a good friend who's a diehard Michigan fan. His name is Mike Plummer, but he is diehard. He about like you, King, with the RollTide. He's been with the Wolverines for decades, like I've been with Florida State for decades. But I do like Georgia too. But although I'm a Florida State fan, so my thing about Michigan is this: the coach has been suspended twice this year. They are undefeated. They persevered. Do Michigan play better without Harbaugh? I got to ask that question. King, what's your take on that? This is one for King. King, what's your take on that?
Everybody knows. I think Michigan plays. I think Michigan would have lost to Ohio State if Harbaugh was coaching.
Antonio, what's your thought?
Well, yes, because you know who stepped in and take over, don't you?
Yeah, they had an interim coach to come in. He was already on the staff. The guys respect him. He's been there for a while. The players, they understood his scheme. They followed through. And believe it or not, I mean, it's been a smooth sailing with the head coach that they've had in there right now as an interim guy. So not only that, but Michigan better be careful. He may receive some offers from other teams.
Oh, Sharon Moore's gone. At the end of the day, Sharon Moore's out of there. Like he's now the only reason I think the only reason he stays because Michigan gives him they may give him a raise, which he deserves. But Sharon Moore, he's definitely proven himself. He's won big game. He won the big game against Ohio State. He won against Sharon Moore's out there. He's a hot commodity in the college football for any team that's looking for a head coach. Now he might not get a big Power 5. He might not get a big, huge Power 5 job, but he's definitely gonna be one of the short list and the candidates looking for a Power 5 job in the NCAA. He did a great job.
He did, and good luck to him wherever he goes, whatever he decides to do, even if that's just staying with Michigan.
But bro, I got something I need to say, right?
Okay.
RollTide?
Yeah, RollTide. RollTide need to quit paying. RollTide bought their way into the national championship. And that's all I got to say about that.
Hey, Antonio, while we got you on the line, let me ask you this. And I don't know how the committee would look at it or the scheduling would, but we played a home in and in against LSU. How would you feel if we put Alabama on the schedule for a home in again? One game in Atlanta and one game in Orlando. How would you feel if we did a back end with Alabama away and home in 2 consecutive years, probably starting in about 4 or 5 years? How would you feel about that?
I love it, and I try to go to that game too. And I would want King sitting right beside me.
Hey, well, Tonio, brother, we got a lot of stuff we need to talk about tonight, man. We appreciate you calling in, big dog. Thank you. You're one of our most devoted viewers. We appreciate you
most valuable viewers, man. We appreciate you.
Take care, brother. And we'll hear from you hopefully next week as well.
All right.
All right, have a good night.
Thanks, all right. I just don't understand what you're saying. I don't see how you put Florida State in there. Florida State have marked their last 3 games. They all marginal wins. So
it's a lot of style points at this point in time,
okay.
And they looked at it and said, "Hey, Florida State, you guys will not be able to compete against somebody like Alabama or Texas or Michigan."
Do you agree with that though?
No, it's about the style points. I definitely don't agree with that because 16 starters coming back of a team that has won 19 in a row, and you've persevered with a backup quarterback for 2 consecutive weeks, not only the backup, but also the third string, and you've got a month to prepare for these teams. 16 starters coming back with that much experience, King, you can play with anybody on the football field.
Well, I'm shocked at you right now. I'm so disillusioned with you right now. Like the way you guys played against Florida, barely beating Florida, when Georgia blew the brakes on Florida. I'm talking about 50s. I'm just disillusioned that you think like that. You guys barely beat Florida 25 to 15.
Did Georgia play against Florida with their backup quarterback?
No, but that's my point though. Did y'all hold on? Did y'all beat Louisville? And Louisville quarterback was Plummer was trash. Okay. I don't even see how Louisville is ranked right now. Let me keep it focused now.
You know what, King? I'm gonna explain one thing to you about college football, and then if I could break this down to you from a cognitive standpoint,
I'm listening.
You can understand where I'm coming from.
You
mentioned earlier that you guys played against South Florida, right?
Right.
What was the final score of that game?
It was like 17-3, something like that. It wasn't even that. It was like 14, 17.
Might have been closer.
Yeah, it was close. I'll tell you. Hold on.
How many quarterbacks played in that game for y'all?
3, 2.
Okay. We played against Louisville, 16-6, with a third string quarterback. Louisville is a better football team than South Florida.
I was right, 17-3.
The score was similar. So what's your case?
The score was not similar. You guys barely beat Louisville. Wait.
And you barely beat South Florida, and you had 2 quarterbacks to play.
Hold on. Wait. You're talking about case? Wait. You're talking about a team. You're talking about a team. In the third game of the season, and a team in the conference championship. And the conference championship vying for an opportunity to get to the top 4 to make the playoffs.
That means we should have lost because we're playing against the conference championship.
Listen, I have not followed Louisville now. One time I have not watched Louisville once this year to that last game, right? Last game. All right. I haven't watched them once. And this is my surmise. This is my opinion of Louisville watching them that one time. Their quarterback Plummer is trash. I was shocked. I was like, what happened to the days of Teddy Bridgewater? What happened to the days of Lamar Jackson? What happened to the days of having the quarterback that's athletic that can get out of the pocket and throw that thing? That guy Plummer was scared and running for his life against Florida State. Guess what?
We made him like that.
I get it.
Can you imagine
I get it. But even with your defense dominating like that, y'all could not put them away. They had an opportunity. Matter of fact, they had an opportunity to win the game, and this joker threw it. I mean, he just closed his eyes and threw the ball to the guy that end zone with an interception.
King, I don't mean no harm.
Block punt on the 5. Y'all, wait, bro. Y'all, listen. Let's be honest. Let's keep it real. You guys look weak, and we talking football cognitively, right? You guys look. We know that in order to win a football game, you got to look strong in all 3 phases of the game. You guys look weak in 2 of the 3 phases of the game. You look weak in special teams, and you look weak in offense, and then your defense carried you and got you there. But the other 3 phases of the game, you look horrific. You had a punt.
Let me say this right here. That's okay.
It's not okay if you try to be the top 4 team.
It's okay when you have a football team that can win on one side of the ball. A victory in a football game doesn't have to be 41-38. You can go out and be a real good football team and win a game 3-0. It's okay to win a game with your defense. There's nothing wrong with that. My defense is one of the best in the country, if not the.
Right.
It is okay to win a game like that. I will go beat Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Tennessee. If the final score is 3-0, I am happy with that. I don't have to score a lot of points to win a football game. But to the committee who makes their money off of the viewership and the sponsors, then I have to. You see the difference?
I'm not saying I think Alabama should be. Wait a minute, Keith. Keith, you call me if you think Alabama should. You need to call me right now. You're not just gonna talk that foolishness and then get away with that. You call me right now to get on the show, Keith, and you tell me why Alabama should be out. Cause that's not right. First of all, let's talk about what you said. Your defense won those games, correct? and you guys went 13-0. So did Liberty University. We're not looking at Liberty University as being a top 4 playoff team at FCBS, right? We're not looking at them as being a top 4 team. All right, right. We can't. Why? Because they played a different echelons of competition. Correct? Well, what I'm saying is this. Wait. What I'm saying is this.
They're right down the road from here. They're right down the road from here in Lynchburg, Virginia. They're nowhere from here. So let me get you the skinny on Liberty University real quick.
But wait, let me say this. The competition they played was not. Oh, he keep calling too. We got to call. Hey, the competition they played was not on the par with everybody else's competition. What I'm saying is, with Florida State, the issue with Florida State is the competition that you guys played was not on par with Alabama. It was not on par with Georgia. Really, y'all should have been below Georgia. You was not on par with Georgia. Y'all were below Georgia. No, y'all was below Georgia. Yeah, was not on par with Georgia. It was not on par with Michigan. It wasn't on par with Washington. It was definitely on par with Washington. Washington had a really tough schedule also, and it wasn't on par with Texas. Now, I will say this. I probably would have put you guys in before I put Texas in, because other than Alabama at the beginning of the season, but Texas was dogging people. And you guys won what you guys should have won, which is the ACC championship. You won that. Congratulations. Your defense played well, and they won the ACC championship and won every game. But when we're talking about getting into the college football playoffs, you got to look a certain way. You got to style a certain way. You got to win a certain way, which I agree with you. And the committee said, hey, that's not one of the top 4 teams in the country. And that's the problem. You guys, great defense, but the entire team is not a top 4 team in the country.
The last time I checked, Power 5 conferences get you there. We went undefeated. We're a Power 5 conference. We deserve to beat up.
55 to 5.
We deserve to beat up before any one lost team made it.
55 to 5. Go ahead, Keith.
You couldn't go undefeated to get there. You needed help.
55 to 5. Keith Pardo. What's up, Keith? How you doing? Can you hear him? Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him just a little bit.
All right, I'm trying to turn him. What's up? What?
I'm trying to let you know what's happening with these Bama boys shouldn't be there.
Why should the wait, stop, Keith. Wait.
Hey, Keith, you're a brother who know football. I'm with you 100%.
Why should the Bama boys be there, Keith? Let me hear it.
Okay, man. Look, Florida State went undefeated. They went undefeated. That's all that they had to do was go undefeated. See, their defense is as fast and as physical as any team in the country. There's no doubt about it. Now, we talking about them having to go down to their 3rd string quarterback to be able to make this happen. Now, they did that. So now let's give them a chance to get that 2nd string up to par in this bowl championship series so that they can go out and take what they get. But if you give them that chance and they defense hold you to just get by, them big receivers on the outside can make some noise. They just have to be prepared to get that jump. But we're not even giving them an opportunity to do that is out of the question. But now, Alabama, they already lost this year.
So?
Anybody told you to come in and ask that question?
So?
Listen, Alabama lost already. Did they lose or not?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what we gonna say. Alabama lost. Florida State, did they lose?
They ain't play nobody.
That ain't the question.
No, they did not. No, they did not. No, they did not.
What you mean we ain't play nobody?
No. Go ahead.
Florida State did not lose. And the other situation is both of these teams that you talking about, Alabama and Texas, went to their conference championships and won. Yes or no?
They did.
Okay. So in this case, Florida State, Texas, in the playoffs. That's what it should have been. It is what it is.
How?
I say the SEC being left out, but that's just the way it should have been. I mean, again, I'm all proponent for let's making this thing fair is fair and right is right. But if we look at it head to head in all the situations, then we got to give the nod to the 2 teams that won against the head-to-head teams and the ones that won all their games. That's it.
All right, Keith. All right, so I heard what you said. Now, this is my rebuttal. Are you ready?
I'm ready for it.
Okay. The rebuttal is 5. It's in 5s, right? It's like $5 foot long, $5 bill,
Right.
5-cent excuse that you just gave for Florida State to make the plays, and Florida State being in the 5th position. And you know why? Because Florida State had Alabama had the 5th toughest schedule, because who you play means something. The 5th toughest schedule, not in the SEC, not in the ACC, but the entire FBS. Alabama had the 5th toughest schedule.
Okay, now I did hear you say that.
All right, now, all right. So let me continue with my 5s now. My 5s is this, and these 5s are going to correlate together. These 5s are going to go together. You ready? The second 5 is this: 55. 55 is the rank of Florida State's schedule this year. Let's not forget, last year Florida State won how many games? Bo, how many games y'all won last year?
11.
Let's focus on
Last year, not this year.
11. But we're talking about this year, though. Why are we going back to last year? It has nothing to do with this year.
All right. Remember, but you bought Georgia Breed in 29 games in a row.
I did.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, all right. So, all right. Now, let me ask you a question. You know what the other 5 is? You know what the other 5 is? It's 55 again. Huh? All right. No. Listen. It's 55 again. You know what 55 stands for?
That's the schedule rank for Florida State.
We told you that already. But it's 55 again. You know what the 55 stand for? The amount of total yards that y'all had against Louisville. 55.
Not y'all.
Florida State. I know. I forgot. You're Georgia. Wait a minute. You Middle Tennessee, Georgia guy. Right?
What was the score? What was the final
Hold on.
score?
But it's good. 50. Wait,
So
bro. Let me get up, bro. Let me cook. Let me cook a little bit, bro. Let me cook, bro. Let me cook, Keith. Let me cook. Listen. Alabama played the 5th toughest schedule, beat the number 1 team 29 games in a row that other teams could not beat, right? Florida State played the 55th toughest schedule, won every game. But the last game, they only had 55 total yards of offense and barely won the game against Louisville. Third quarter. Wait. Now, all right, let's talk about third string quarterback, because we've heard everybody talk about this. What happened when Ohio State a couple of years ago had their third string quarterback come in? He put up 50. He beat Bama, and he went to the national championship. So y'all keep saying, well, it's a third string quarterback. But if you're a program and your program is what it's supposed to be, when you going up against a third string, even though you're a third string quarterback at this point in the season, you should be better than that.
Let me ask you a question. Who's Alabama third string quarterback?
Huh? He just entered the transfer portal.
You don't even know.
No, seriously, he did. He just entered the transfer portal.
Okay.
He just entered the transfer portal.
Who's Georgia's third string quarterback?
I forgot his name. I didn't know his name though. What'd you say?
Texas quarterback.
I don't know Texas third string. I have no idea.
So my point is,
we didn't know. Wasn't it Cornell? What's the name either for Ohio State?
You take Alabama, you take Georgia, you take Texas, and you take Michigan with a third string quarterback. They'll probably lose those games to Louisville.
Not at all.
You can't say that.
Not at all.
You can't say that.
Not at all. Not at 0%.
I just asked you who they are. You can't even name them.
I don't. Hold on. But wait a minute. But this is what I try to tell you though. This is what I'm telling you, Bo. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I tried to tell you earlier. We know football, right? All of us play football, right? We know football. It takes 3 phases of a game to win a football game.
It takes one to lose.
All right, it'll take one to lose. All right, now,
so if my defense could go out there, and my offense is stagnant, and if my I don't know what you mean by the special teams were horrible, because special teams didn't give up no touchdowns or anything.
Special teams special teams. They had the kick, the punter that got sacked 19 yards, and they got the ball. Louisville got the ball within the 10 because the punter couldn't get the kickoff.
One mistake.
That should have been a touchdown. Wait a minute, it should have been a touchdown. That would have been the game. Y'all would have lost.
No, we would have lost when we won 16-6. That wouldn't have made the game over.
Well, listen, y'all can't. When y'all got the ball back, when y'all got the ball back, and then y'all would not kick the field goal, right? What I'm saying is this: when Louisville had the ball, they threw the ball to the tight end on the right side. You remember the play? The tight end had it. He caught it and he dropped it at the end. That was a touchdown. The next, right? The next play, the quarterback closed his eyes and threw an interception to the linebacker.
Why?
The guy was open. He threw it behind him. It would have been a touchdown there, right? And I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you that. But all I'm saying is,
what I'm saying is this right here about Florida State and Louisville and a third string quarterback. If I can go at a neutral site with a third string quarterback who has no reps hardly in a conference championship game with a third string quarterback. Now, we're not talking about second string or starter. And the emphasis for the asterisk is a conference championship game. And if I can go win that game with a third string quarterback and I'm undefeated, I deserve every right to play for the national championship.
You cannot say a true freshman starting in a conference championship game is completely like, man, that's to be expected.
Mike Vick.
Hey, let me say this. Let me say this. Since we're talking about quarterbacks.
I got you. Go ahead. I got you. All right, let's talk about Louisville. Louisville. Let's see, because I like to see who they beat. A purpose. Who they lost to. Who they beat? A purpose. Who they lost to. Louisville lost because they lost 3 games. They lost to Kentucky. Oh, Kentucky's a what? Who Kentucky play for? Key? Okay. Interesting. 38-31. Kentucky wasn't even ranked. They wasn't even ranked. They weren't even ranked, Bo. No, I'm saying by that time they wasn't ranked. They were ranked. They ain't ranked now.
When they played Georgia, and I'm gonna say this right here: Louisville beat Notre Dame, and Notre Dame were ranked number 10.
Man, we ain't heard nothing from Notre Dame since.
Hey, I'm just giving out
the They did this since then.
You're asking questions, I'm giving answers, bro.
Notre Dame did this since then. You know what I'm saying? Since then. All I'm saying is this. This is what I'm saying. And they lost to Pittsburgh, who was unranked, 38-21.
Hey, Pittsburgh play physical football.
38-21, Bo. Come on now. You got to stop that, Bo. You can't say Louisville. All right, I got one question.
Over there and they played us tough over there. We went over there and they played us tough. They're physical at home.
All right, Keith. So let me ask you a question, Keith. Let me ask you a question, Bo. And I want you to be honest. Take your fandom off. Take your analytical hats. Put your analytical hats on. Take your fandom off. Put your analytical hats. Florida State currently constructed beats who in the playoffs? Right now.
Michigan.
You think Florida State?
I think we'll beat Michigan, and I would love for us to play against Georgia or Texas in the national. I think we'll beat Washington. I really think we'll beat Washington.
No, you have no chance of beating Michael Penix Jr. You have no chance.
Michael Penix cannot run. He has 2 ACL knee repair surgeries on his right knee. He's not a mobile quarterback. They got a good receiver. You shut him down, ball game over.
I'm going to be honest with you. You guys want to beat Oregon.
Outside there, Oregon is too soft on the edges.
You will not beat Oregon, man. Bo Nix will have an issue with you guys.
Oregon is a soft football team. They're doing good out there in the Pac-12 with all that slow speed up the middle on defense. Stay where they are. But as far as Washington is concerned, I think I've watched Washington a lot this year, and Washington got a lot of heart. I'll give them that because they came from behind and won some games, and they played some tough ball games with some Pac-12 teams, and they squeezed out some victories that they shouldn't have down the stretch. But overall, though, Florida State has too much speed and too much size for Washington. I think we'll beat Michael Penix in Washington.
All right, I'll go ahead, Keith. You were saying something that we didn't get a chance to hear you. What you're saying?
No, I was saying, man, the reason I said Michigan is because they style of play match up better. It's all about matchups.
Absolutely.
If you put Michigan in that slow, that kind of game that they try to play because they trying to be like the SEC, but they ain't fast enough. If they try that same thing, FSU gonna dog walk they brother.
Okay.
Keith, I'm still trying to figure out who is Michigan wide receivers. I ain't seen them throw the ball to a receiver yet.
Tom Brady won the Super Bowl. He beat the Atlanta Falcons not having no runs. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I keep while you there, because since you think that FSU and both think that FSU should be there, right? Let's look at FSU's schedule. I wouldn't see because I'm an analytical guy. I wouldn't look at FSU because I would say, okay, am I being unrealistic by not putting? Are they being unrealistic for not putting FSU in the championship game? Let's look at the teams at FSU, this undefeated, this powerhouse of FSU. Who all they beat? How many quality wins that they had? Let's see who this great big 12 and 0, 12 and 13 and 0 team. Let's see what they did. They beat the first game. They beat LSU 45-24. That's a quality win, right?
Yeah, it wasn't even close. LSU scored a touchdown, and you know what? Honestly, Florida State hit a knee at the 5-yard line and run out the clock. They could have scored another touchdown easily to make it 52-24.
Okay. LSU is 6 in the SEC. All right, let's go. Let's keep it moving now. I want you to hear what I gotta say because you got LSU is 6 in the SEC. You got me right. 6, ranked 6 in the SEC. All right, let's keep going. So they beat the sixth best team in the SEC.
At that point in time, we were ranked number 8.
Okay, cool. All right, you're right. No, y'all were ranked number 4. Y'all 4 against third. Y'all 4 against. No, you're right. You're number 8. No, yeah, y'all 4. Y'all 4.
Not when we play LSU, we wouldn't.
It says 4 here. All right. So let's see who y'all beat next. Southern Mississippi. How many games did Southern Mississippi win this year? Let's see. What was Southern Mississippi's record? Southern Mississippi was, wait a minute, I don't even see them on the, they were overall 3-9. Woo! You know, that Florida State, dominant. They playing them boys. All right. 3-9. Southern Mississippi. Let's see who else Florida State beat. Boston College. Oh, man, Boston College. Boston College ain't been good in a while either. Let's see Boston College standings. Boston College was what? Woo, 6-6. Wow, that Florida State. That schedule there, man. I'm telling you, man, Florida State top team. They blowing people out, right? I'm being real sarcastic. I'm being a jerk. All right, now who they beat? Now this is a good win right here. They beat Clemson. 31, and they barely beat Boston College. 31-29. That's with Travis. That's with your quarterback now. That's with your superstar defense. Okay. 31 to Boston College put 29 on y'all.
We were missing some starters in the game. We were missing some starters. Actually, we were missing our 6'7" receiver that game. And you know, I'm gonna give Boston College some props. That quarterback, Constanelos, he's from Ware County, Georgia. He won a state championship with them. He's a great quarterback. He's a good football player. So he gave us problems. And I'm going to tell you why he gave us problems. The reason why he gave us so many problems is because we didn't sign him. Because he's right in our backyard, Ware County, because we didn't get him. That's why he gave us so many problems.
Okay.
But that's neither here or there. He played a good game. We won 31-29 up there in the pouring down rain in Boston College.
Gotcha. Then y'all played Clemson. What's Clemson record? Now, Clemson dominant, right? Keith, at one point in time, you wanted to go to Clemson, didn't you? All right.
I had aspirations.
Okay. Dominant. Clemson's record this year, Keith, is what?
Ooh, it's pretty. I think they have 4 losses.
8-4. Very good. 8-4. Woo! What rank is Clemson in their division? Let's see what the rank is. I like to see the rankings too. Let's see what the rankings of Clemson. See where they are in the standings. What rankings of Clemson's in? They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the ACC. Ooh, 6.
But you know what though? They're quality football team. When you play them, you better have your helmet strapped on tight. At South Carolina, that last game of the year, Clemson, a quality football team. They got a good coach, and their quarterback, Club Knox, he got better as the year went longer. Clemson is not a bad football team. Matter of fact, next year they're going to be a dangerous football team.
Next year, I agree. This year, not so much. All right, Virginia Tech, Bo. What's Virginia Tech record this year, Bo? How many games did Virginia Tech won this year?
I don't know, but I got Alabama schedule pulled up next.
All right, we're gonna go through them now. You're gonna go through. You're gonna see a bit different. 6-6, 5-3 in conference. They actually had a winning record. Clemson didn't even have a winning record in the conference. They actually had a winning record in the conference. 6-6. Now let's see what the game was. Syracuse. Where were Virginia Tech? 39-17. Big win. Y'all starting to show your dominance now. Now y'all playing against Syracuse. Oh, Syracuse used to be back today. They used to be the team back in the day. They had what my boy I can't think of his name. The one that T.O. want to be up. That have been down. They used to be my team. All right, Syracuse. What was their record? Overall, 6-6 in the conference, 2-6. Tough. Now, y'all start to see what y'all start to see the picture I'm trying to paint here. Y'all see this?
Babers over there at Syracuse, who's no longer with the squad, who's the head coach. He actually came to Dublin and scooped up one of Dublin defensive ends who are now playing for Texas Tech. But I want to give a shout out to Dino Babers for even coming to Dublin, Georgia, picking up one of our players.
Shout out, y'all. You need to come to Dublin and get some more of our players. Maybe y'all win more games. All right, here we go.
Take them away from the Dublin, Georgia area.
Yes, right now it's stuff. We really need to talk about that too, but before we get off. All right, real quick, we gotta go through. Now, y'all beat Duke. What was Duke record in the conference? 4-4.
When we played them, they were actually ranked.
They were really good. Then we found out who they really were. All right. And you know what though? I will say this though. When you play a good team, sometimes when you're a mid-level team, you play a good teams. A lot of times that has a ill effect on you where you go the rest of the year, right? Because I see teams that were good that they play Georgia or they play Alabama, and they're not the same team.
Kept winning. If Duke would have kept winning, then that would have elevated our status from the strength of schedule. But the quarterback, we hurt the quarterback, and after we hurt the quarterback, everything else went downhill. So we're sorry for hurting your quarterback, Duke. That's just how our defense works.
That's how it is. Wake Forest, oh man, powerhouse. Wake Forest. What was their record? 4-8, 1-7 in the conference. Come on now, Bo. You gotta stop. You gotta stop, Bo. You gotta stop. You gotta stop this. You gotta stop this. Y'all gotta stop this now. Y'all gotta stop this. Y'all gotta stop this. Okay, all right. Louisville. Let's see what Louisville's record. Louisville's record was. You know what I'm saying? Louisville. Let's see. Louisville. All right, now Louisville had a good record. They were 10-3. Good job, Louisville. 10-3, 7-1 in the conference. It was a weak conference. But then when we saw Louisville live, we was like, how are they 10-3? we saw Plum, a quarterback from Louisville. We like, how, Sway? Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, that was the real big detriment to Florida State making the not making the thing. Was the fact that Louisville was an ACC in the ACC finals, and they looked at that, and we looked at Louisville like, man, please. Louisville played Alabama.
I'm gonna be honest, dog. I was highly disappointed in Louisville's quarterback.
Man, listen, that's Key. I said, where was Lamar? I said, where was Bridgewater? What was the guy? What were the brothers that they normally have right there that throw that thing? But I found out they got a new coach, and this new coach want to go with more pro style offense. But I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Florida, we already know Florida had a horrendous season this year. Shout out.
It's the game we lost Travis in. Jordan Travis got hurt
right.
That game, second quarter.
And that's what I'm saying. When you play SEC teams, man, you get hurt. Al two, what's up, two? What's up, two? That Florida fan, boy, y'all trash. Y'all, hey, two, you my boy, you my brother from another mother, man. Y'all boys trash. Y'all need to get a whole new system. Y'all need a whole new program. Y'all need to get a new AD or something in Florida. I don't know what's going on in Florida. Y'all need to go find Spurrier and bring Spurrier back. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I don't ever want to hear that name again with Steve Spurrier.
Y'all need to bring Spurrier back or so. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all got going on. Why you want to hear that, Bo? Why you want to hear Steve Spurrier's name again?
Because he had a chance to scoop me up when I played for the DUB, man, but instead he went up there to Fort Valley and got the wide receiver.
I know you're talking about Jacquez Rump. Yep.
Basically, he said he wanted Jacquez. It was either him or me, but I wanted to be a running back up there. He said that I had the speed and I had the girth as far as muscles, but he said I was only going to be able to pack on to like 190, 195, and he wanted me to be like 215. So instead, he went and got Jacquez Green from Peach County to be a slot receiver because he was like 5'9", even though he was only 145 pounds. So, man, I don't want to hear nothing about Spurrier, man. He snubbed me, man. I could have had a championship ring in 96 and everything. He snubbed me good.
Hey, both of y'all boys are beasts. Like Jacquez Green was a beast too. Both of y'all boys are beasts, y'all.
Now you know Jacquez Green had an extra burner in his life.
Hey, that boy, you did too, boy. Don't get twisted, Bo. Hey, Keith, I'm not gonna let you do that to my co-host. Bo was out there running that thing.
Hey, Keith, I give Jacquez Green credit. He was a 4.3 40 legit all day long.
What did you heard him, Keith?
What did he say?
He said Jacko Screen was a 4-3 legit all day long.
All day long, baby. All day long.
He had the speed now.
Yeah, I know for a fact he was the A. Pew, pew.
Okay, all right. So who else? All right, so y'all played Wake Forest. Do we need to talk about them? No. Y'all played Pittsburgh. We're gonna do them either. Let's go through this. Y'all play.
Shout out for Pittsburgh. We got one of our Dublin alum. His son played for Pittsburgh.
BJ, yeah, BJ. That's what I don't think they got going for them right now. Then we got who else? Hey, don't y'all get mad at me, man. I got jokes, don't y'all get mad. I be having jokes. It's true, but it's being funny. Okay, it's true, but it's funny. All right. Then we got we refuse to take a knee. We got Colin Kaepernick. Y'all know who that is. No, I'm sorry. It's not Colin Kaepernick. They got they got anti Colin Kaepernick. Y'all know who that is, right? Miami.
Hey, be careful. There's got a lot of Miami fans out there.
You got anti Colin Kaepernick Miami out there, Miami, Florida. You know what I'm saying? They head coach. He said he anti-religion. He don't pray on that. They don't take these out of the way. So I got it. Miami. Y'all beat Miami. That was a good game though. Miami brought it to you 27-20. Good game.
They played very good against us. They played very good against us.
Okay, and then you guys, North Alabama. We know what they're about. Then of course you got the Florida. Y'all beat Florida, dog Florida. But we already talked about how bad Florida was this year. And then you guys beat Louisville again for the second time. So those were your big victories. Those were your huge. What was it? 13-0? Is it 13-0? Keep I keep saying 13-0. It's 12-0. What is it? No, 13-0. 13-0. 8-0 conference and 13-0. And then y'all 6-0 away, 5 away, and y'all won 13 in a row. 113 in a row. I do have a question. Bo, I got a question for you and Keith though. Something that was Stephen A. Smith said. See if y'all agree. I think you know what I'm going. He said if Dion was the coach and y'all was 13-0, y'all would have made the playoffs. How you feel about that?
I think we would have made it for popularity.
Okay. All right. You think so too, Keith? He said if Dion was the coach, they would have made Florida State would have made the playoffs. He said no question. All right, go ahead, Bo. Run it off.
All right, here we go. Let's talk about the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Wait a minute, you got to say it right. Roll Tide.
Let's get to talking about these Alabama Crimson Tide and Mr. Nick Saban over there in Tuscaloosa at Bryant-Denny Stadium. This is what we want to talk about.
Wait a minute, you forgot one thing. You forgot one thing, Bo. You forgot one thing. Playoff bound. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh man! All right, let's talk about this thing the right way. Let's go with your schedule, and what we want to do is pull it up, and we want to look and see exactly what Alabama has done this football season.
Balled
Now,
out.
as we look at the schedule as we go into it, the first game we're gonna see Keith. I'm sorry, buddy. Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah. Keith, your alma mater played Bama this year? Keith, your alma mater played Bama this year?
Yeah, we did.
Y'all got the brakes beat off y'all this year.
So at the end of the day, hey, look, all I can say is this right here. Alabama won the game 50-67. It's a game that Alabama should have won, but, they took care of business at home. It was the first game of the year. Everything went well on their end. The main thing is that everybody come out of the game healthy. Alabama won the way how they should have. They won 50-67. What was Middle Tennessee State records this year, Keith?
Oh, it was absolutely trash.
All right, so that gives us a feather in the hat with Alabama and the strength of schedule. So
no, it wasn't that bad. It was 4-8. That's about the same record you guys had at the beginning. Your first team that y'all played 4-8. Go ahead.
No, we our first game.
Other than LSU, I said around the top of the first team was LSU. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. So when you take a look at Texas came in there, and Texas, a team that wasn't even ranked in the top 10, came into Alabama's nest.
That's a rivalry.
A victory.
That's
took a victory. 34-10.
That's a rivalry game.
Running back for Alabama only ran for 45 yards the whole game. So basically, they completely destroyed Alabama's offensive line, defensive line in the trenches. You got beat in the trenches. Your running back only ran for 45 yards. So Up front, Alabama got destroyed by Texas, a team outside of the top 10 by 10 at home.
That's a
And
rivalry game.
as a result, the coach got mad and he benched your starting quarterbacks and he lost the game. So you go to University of Southern
Brilliant move.
Florida.
That one move. Wait a minute, Bo. That one move.
Let me talk. Let me talk. I let you talk. Let me talk.
Wait a
Let me
minute.
talk.
I didn't want to say that brilliant move. That was a brilliant move that got us in the playoffs. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You're right.
You played against University of South Florida. You won
Okay.
17-3. What was their final record?
South Florida final record was not bad. 6-6. Let's go.
6-6. Your quarterback Simpson threw for 73 yards. Your running back ran for more. Well, your running back ran for more, 129, but you threw for 73 yards and you won 17-3 in Tampa, Florida. 17-3.
Now, South
Alabama
Florida.
against South Florida.
Wait a minute, Bo.
17-3.
South Florida's quarterback. He was I want to say he's a freshman or maybe a sophomore. Byron Brown. He made some plays with his legs, man, that were phenomenal. He made some plays with his legs.
I saw the highlights, and he played phenomenal that game. He did. He had a good game. But we're talking about Alabama. That should be walking the dog. We're talking about Alabama, a team with one loss in the Final Four. So they should be blowing everybody else away that they beat, except for Texas, right? But
we had a quarter. You know what? They say we had a quarterback. He had a quarterback a challenge. He had a quarterback challenge during the game. Now, he's the only quarterback that ever had a quarterback competition during the middle of the game. Y'all go ahead and see who the best quarterback go.
So Ole Miss came to town the next week. You guys beat them 24-10.
11 ranked.
They were ranked number 15. 2 touchdowns. Miro threw for 225. Running back ran for 105. All right, Mississippi State. Y'all went there. Y'all beat them.
Wait a minute. You asked what their record was, though.
Yeah, what was Ole Miss final record?
10-2.
Not bad.
Yes, sir.
Mississippi State. Y'all went over there and beat them 40-17.
Okay.
Took care of business. What was their final record?
Mississippi State. Hold on. Let me get that. I gotta catch up with you. I'm sorry. Got behind you a little bit. Huh?
You said Mississippi State went 10-2.
No, Ole Miss went 10-2. Ole Miss.
Man, Ole Miss wasn't that good either.
They 10-2. Mississippi State final record standings 5-7. First losing team that we played. No, second.
Middle Tennessee. Yeah, second. Okay, so we move forward and we go to Texas A&M. Y'all went on the road and beat them. They're not ranked. 26-20 at College Station. What's Texas A&M final record? They fired the head coach. What's the
7-5.
7-5. Then Arkansas came to town. A team that's not ranked. You beat them by 3. Arkansas. I don't even call them Arkansas. I call them Arkansas. A team that's not even ranked. That's what I call them.
That's hilarious.
So, and you barely beat them at home, and they're not ranked. What was the final record?
That but you do know that's a rivalry, right? Arkansas is a rivalry.
What's the final record?
Arkansas's final record was 4-8.
Garbage, trash, and you barely won at home. All right, versus Tennessee. Tennessee come to town. They were ranked number 17. You beat them by 2 touchdowns. I'll give you credit for that. You took care of business. But what was their final record?
Tennessee's final record was they had a good record. Another top team. Hold on. 84
for the SEC. That's mediocre, actually, based on SEC standards, right?
Wait a minute. Come on now. Really? You said that the ACC, the guys, you said that Clemson played a strong schedule. They 84 too.
That's a standard. That's basic cupcake. Because the SEC is the primary conference, and in order to do well over there, you can't lose but 1 or 2 ball games, right?
Oh, believable. Go ahead.
I mean, you said
okay. I'm with you. Go ahead. I got you. Okay.
All right, LSU came over there. I'll give you guys credit. Y'all won 42-28, 2 consecutive tough ball games in a row against a team that was ranked number 14 at the time. Number 14, when we beat them, they were ranked number 4. And we beat them by more points than you guys did.
Hey, okay. So I'm glad you said that because that brings up our point when Georgia losing that one game, why they dropped so much. Go ahead.
Now we're moving forward to Kentucky. Kentucky isn't ranked. Y'all went over there and beat them 49-21 at Kroger Field.
What you said? What's that, Key?
I said if Georgia was going to be left out, then Alabama needed to be left out too.
Not at all. We beat Georgia. What are you talking about?
We lost to Texas.
Huh?
You lost to Texas. But the one thing, King, that I've said that you haven't said is that Florida State has lost. You kept saying we beat this, we beat that, but you never said loss.
Yeah,
I've already said
you want me to tell you?
you've already been given an L.
Okay. Hey, listen, y'all. Listen. To be honest with you, both y'all had a bigger loss than we did.
We have
Y'all,
lost the game.
y'all lost Jordan Travis. Go ahead. Who's next? Who's next?
So we're moving on.
That cost y'all 3 games, right? That cost y'all to the committee. That cost y'all 3. That's equal to 3 losses to the committee. You know that one.
Hey, I'm gonna say this right here. Your season ain't over with yet. Don't you have a bigger loss? Don't you have a bigger loss within the next couple of weeks? Your season ain't over with yet.
Hey,
So be careful what you say.
I am proud. Listen, I have a I have a young team. My team is all sophomores and juniors. We good. We good to go.
Man,
Did you see how boys was running at the end of the year?
I'm gonna say this: you got a good core of a football team with a bunch of sophomores, juniors, and a couple of freshmen peppered in there. But I will say this about your quarterback: he has a lot of development to learn. Milroe, every time he drops back to throw the football, Nick Saban is biting his fingernails. I'm just going to be open and honest to you. To me, watching him real closely, up close Saturday, he has a lot to learn about the position. He's something Georgia has never seen before, a athletic, real fast quarterback. But as far as throwing the football, he missed several throws that game. Georgia got whipped in between the trenches because they've never faced off against a team like you guys on offensive defensive line and good secondary that can cover their receivers. That's how they got beat. But Milroe, to me, did not beat Georgia.
But wait a minute.
Georgia got beat in the trenches. Milroe is not who he needs to be as a quarterback.
All right, listen. Milroe, go ahead. I want you to finish. Can I answer? Can I kind of rebuttal that real quick? Milroe played his worst game. Milroe played his worst game at Georgia that he's played in the last 7 games since he got benched. That was the worst game. Those were the most passes that he missed. He wasn't making. Listen, you can't say he was not making the right reads. He just is missing the throws. He was making the right reads. And he just missed the throws. He just is off.
They go hand in hand.
But hold on.
If you miss a read, then you can't get it to the right person. If you make the right read, you have to get it to the right person. They go hand in hand. There's no excuse there now. They go hand in hand. If you can't get it, there's incompletion.
But this is the thing though. But that's why I try to tell people at the beginning of the year why Milroe was the best selection for Alabama as a quarterback. It's not just his arm. You also have to defend his legs. This ain't the NFL. This is college football.
But I will say this: he gets to this Final Four, King, a team that's had 28 to 30 days to prepare for him. You're gonna have to make some completions that you haven't really been making.
He is. He did make them against Georgia, but what I'm saying when he played Auburn, he made those throws. Well, he didn't have a great game against Auburn too.
We're talking about a team that lost to New Mexico State.
When he played against Kentucky, he's hitting on all cylinders. He had a bad game. 6 touchdowns, man. Come on now.
We're talking about teams that are unranked. Give me some credibility here. He's only thrown for 300 yards one time the whole year.
But that's all. Wait a minute, Bo. You can't sit. Wait a minute, Bo. You can't sit in one vein and give Florida State credit for beating all these unranked teams. None of the teams.
Before Jordan Travis got hurt, he was the truth.
Hold on, but listen. No,
Jordan Travis up for the Heisman.
Okay, wait. None of the teams that you guys beat during your whole season. This is one thing I didn't bring up. I want to bring up here. None of those teams except Louisville are ranked at the end of the year. 0. None of the victories that you had except Louisville that you beat twice, that you had their number, which none of us were as impressed with, are ranked teams now. Alabama still got Georgia that they beat. That's ranked. They still got LSU, Tennessee, Mississippi State.
You're mistakenly wrong on your statistics, my brother. The last time I just checked on the email and also on my phone, LSU is ranked number 13.
I say LSU. LSU. They only. I said that the only teams that they haven't beat LSU and Louisville. Those are the only two teams that are ranked that you guys have beaten. Y'all haven't beaten anyone else.
Duke was ranked when we played them, King.
I'm saying now at the end of the year. At the end of the year.
And that hurt us a little bit because when we played these teams, they were there.
Right. And by the end of the year, you saw what the team by the end of the year, you see what your team
that has nothing to do with Florida State. That's on those teams in the way how they prepare.
But hold on. At the end of the year, but listen, what you have to understand is that the committee has to take all this into effect. They have to take all this, they have to sit there and look at the whole totality of it. And they sit there and say, hey,
100% understanding of that, and that's one of the shortcomings of the committee. You should never look at a team of the body of work. You're looking at it and say, okay, this team started out ranked number 1, but guess what? They fell out of the top 10. So they're not a good football team. Well, when they were number 1 and they played, yes, they were a good football team. Other than that, you would have never gave them that ranking. Because at the end of the day, the committee's looking at where are these teams at right now based on strength of schedule. But guess what? When we played LSU, the first game, they didn't play like a 13-ranked team like they are now. Those losses were accumulated by other teams, had nothing to do with Florida State. That's
right.
where the committee's wrong.
But the committee, that's their job to look at the totality of the entire season.
That's a metric that they need to avoid because that
how you can
real time.
You
can nothing to do with real time. Because a loss is in real time. A loss doesn't occur over a body of work.
But then you can all right. So if we're gonna talk about real time, we still can't put Florida State in there because they don't have a good team right now. Y'all don't have an offense. Y'all don't have a top 4. Y'all don't have a top 4. Y'all don't have a top 4 team right now. So if we
out there against anybody,
yeah, right? But okay, your team
and Tate Rodemaker is gonna win some games. He's gonna throw the ball better. He came in the game last year against Louisville on the road on the Thursday night football game when Travis got hurt. He won 3 games for us last year. Rodemaker has some experience. They're not giving us a chance. We're a good football team, King. You can say whatever you want.
I didn't say you what. Wait. Stop, Bo. Bo, come on now.
Give me play Alabama.
Hold on. You don't. Listen, man. You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems. Man, listen. All right. Let's stop. Let's start. Okay. Wait.
Destroy Milroe. Milroe look like a high school quarterback.
All right. Let me say this. Right. You keep bragging about your defense, right? Your defense, you keep bragging about your defense, right? But you act like this year your defense had some games where they were kind of suspect. You act like your defense. Wait a minute. You act like your defense was
every team in college football, King. No matter what level you are, what conference you are, you got challenged in college football. So
okay. So what happens? What happens when you play? You're talking about the top 4. Wait a minute. You guys, your defense is giving up 29 points to Boston College. Your defense is giving up 24 points to LSU. Your defense is giving up 32 points to Oklahoma. Your defense is giving up big points before. You know what I'm saying? They was giving up 16 to Wake Forest. They was giving up 20 to Duke. You know what I'm saying? So your defense gave up points this year: 24 to Clemson, 17 to Virginia Tech. All right. So wait. Let me make a point. My point is this. Huh?
You said Oklahoma. We didn't play them.
No, not Oklahoma. I was looking at last year. I'm saying so. But my point is this: you guys have given up points this year to teams. 20 to Miami, right? 15 to Florida, right? And then Louisville. You're not gonna play Louisville. What?
I got one question for you.
What happens if you score? You gotta be.
Out of all the points that we've given up in the column versus win versus loss, what is it, a W or L?
Listen, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this. It's a W. Okay. But listen, who you play matters. I can go, listen, if I took a team and we played Wake Forest, Pittsburgh, we played North Alabama, we played Virginia Tech, we played Southern Mississippi, and we played. Those are all the teams that we played. And we we won all those games. You're like, yeah, but you ain't played nobody.
Is the Big Ten a better conference than the SEC?
No, God, no. No,
is the Big Ten a better conference than the SEC?
No. Matter of fact, Big Ten is about to be what? Big? They're gonna be big.
So if the Big
Everybody's going to the SEC. What are you talking about? Everybody's going to the SEC.
So if the Big Ten is not a better conference than the SEC,
What you think?
What about Texas?
What about Texas? Texas coming to us. That's an SEC team.
How many points you gave away against them?
Everybody else that's supposed to be big name is going to the Big Ten.
Who's coming to the SEC?
Oklahoma and Texas.
Who the last two champions in the Big Ten?
Michigan.
No what?
You said
Michigan.
Michigan, right?
Michigan,
right. So the other top two teams is Oklahoma and Texas. They're going to the SEC. That's gonna hurt Michigan. Listen to me now. That's gonna hurt Michigan.
Teams.
Right. Well, I'm saying, listen. The SEC is the strongest division in college football. It was before, and it's gonna be next year too. It's gonna be even stronger next year. So who you put?
I don't know about the SEC being the strongest.
Bro, have you seen Alabama's schedule for next year? It is brutal. Have you seen Georgia's schedule for this year? It is brutal. I'll be honest. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think that's why they went to a 12-team system. Because there's no way. Listen, there's no way they're gonna be undefeated team. It's gonna be very hard to come out of the ACC next year undefeated.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's gonna be very hard.
It's gonna be crazy with all those teams.
Right. It's gonna be very hard. But I guarantee if Florida State can keep a resemblance of what they have an opportunity to go again next year to go undefeated. That's how weak the conference is.
Man, I don't think we will. We've actually lost some people this year already. We've got Verse, he's going to the pros. Benson, he's gone. Johnson is already going on transfer. Travis is gone. Coleman is gone. Yeah, we've lost a lot this year, and then a lot of guys are leaving because they're saying they're not giving us a shot.
Hey, Key, are you situated?
Yeah, I am.
Hold on, I'm finna send you a link. Okay. All right. Go ahead, bro.
So when you take a look at it overall, yeah, the SEC, Alabama, one loss. They've lost against Texas. That's one thing. And people are saying, oh, Alabama lost against Texas, so put them in the Final Four because they're still a top 14 and lost against Texas. Put Texas in there because they beat Alabama, although they lost to Oklahoma. At the end of the day, you can't say that because you haven't played teams that are undefeated. You haven't played yet against Washington. You haven't played against Michigan. You haven't played against Florida State. And you've lost to other teams, but you're putting them in the Final Four as if they're deserving to be there and they have L's on their columns. That's unfair to teams like Florida State who've earned their keep. King, we had kids that came back just to play for a national championship, and we were robbed of that. That's unfair.
Hey, listen, I get it, man. And I think they learned a valuable lesson in life that life isn't you gonna face some adversity in life. You got to be able to deal with the adversity that you have in life, and that life isn't fair. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man,
all I can tell you is Alabama better not lose.
We can lose. And listen, Michigan is a favorite. Michigan is a favorite to win by 1.5 points. They're favorite. Michigan people jumping on that too. They jumping on that. They literally jumping on that. They put their money down on that. They get that action. I'm not a betting guy like that, but hey, Michigan favorite to win. Michigan's the number one team in the country. But hey, I'm gonna tell you what says it all though.
I ain't sold on Michigan because McCarthy. Don't get me wrong, he's been very accurate this year, but at the same time, to me, they don't have a down the field throwing threat, and I think Alabama is going to snuff all that stuff out because they don't throw the ball down the field. And I think that's a problem because Alabama is going to stack the box on them. But I will say this, Corum, better watch him. Corum is tough. He is a tough running back. I ain't kidding. It was just smooth. But at the end of the day, Michigan is a good football team. Their secondary is dangerous. Their secondary is very good, and they've got a good front seven.
They got some jump out boys.
The defense is very underrated. So, they're going to keep them in the ball game.
I think it's going to be a really good game. I got Bama pulling out a close one.
Low-scoring game, too. I think it's going to be a tight, low-scoring game.
I really think that's a national championship. I think that's a national championship game. Whoever wins that game probably is the favorite to win the national championship.
I can't say that's the national championship because the team is on the other side that's already beaten you, which is Texas.
Y'all keep bringing up the Texas thing. That's the only thing y'all got over is Texas.
Honestly, by me watching that game the first time they played y'all, I actually think if they played y'all again, they'll beat you guys again because they really just outmanned y'all on the field. And we're
a whole different. We're a whole different team. We got a whole different offensive line. Our defensive line, we got our rotations down. We our cornerbacks have grown up. Our wide receivers, the first game, our wide receivers, we didn't have any completions to our wide receivers their first game. Our wide receivers have grown up and started playing now with Mr. Bund out there. You know what I'm saying?
I think what's going to happen, they're going to target Caleb Downs a little bit over there, number 2. He's the safety from Mill Creek, Georgia. He's a freshman playing, starting, he's a good football player. But I think they're going to target him a little bit in these next 2 games or one, however far they go. And I think they're going to try to get an advantage over him because he's the back end of the defense and he's a freshman. Although he's very talented, he's the number 1 safety in the nation coming out of high school from Hoxton, Georgia, out of Mill Creek, going into the University of Alabama. How he got away from Georgia, I don't know. But I know Nick Saban is glad that he did. But don't be surprised if this next game or however many more they play, that they're going to try to beat him deep on a couple of plays on single coverage where they isolate him.
I think something that Georgia fans got to understand too, and I think something that really kind of disappoints Georgia has to be a little bit disappointed is the fact that a couple of players that made big plays for Alabama used to play with Georgia, which is the Georgia Bulldogs, right? So
one of the things that kind of surprised me about that game when you looked at it for what it was worth, number 7, the receiver, what's his name? It starts with a B. His last name
Burton.
Number 7, Burton, right?
Yep.
So when you take a look at Burton, he played for Georgia. He left Georgia after he won a national championship. So I guess Burton probably felt like that the quarterback that Georgia has now was not going to be able to get him the football. So he left to go to Alabama to see if he could win another championship, which turned out to actually be a pretty good move, except for last year. If he would have stayed at Georgia, he would have had a ring. But overall, he's there at Alabama now. He came back and played his butt off against Georgia. And honestly, just by watching it, he played like he had a personal vendetta against Georgia because he kept looking at the sideline over there every time he caught a pass, and definitely stared down the coaching staff when he scored that touchdown. So there's more to it with him leaving Georgia than what we know, but he expressed it and showed it on the football field, and it came back to haunt Georgia some.
Well, I think this is the issue. I think the problem is, and Bo, this is our first real big disagreement on the show. This is it's our first real big disagreement whether or not Alabama what's name. Oh, this is our first. You know what I'm saying? Keep turn your phone horizontally, a landscape mode. So there you go. So I mean, this is our first big one that our first big disagreement. And I knew it was gonna be on Florida State. I'm sorry, man. You know what I'm saying?
We kind of been on the Florida State topic too long, man. We need to move on.
I agree. What's up, Key? I can't hear you.
Hey, what's in conference? Can I see him? I can't see him.
Hold on. I think he went. He just went up. I think he went out. There you go. Key, can you say something? Hold on. It's me. All right, there you go.
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can hear you now, buddy. All right. I do me a favor, tell you why you
Let me say this right here. This is.
Oh, if you got some headphones, put some headphones on.
That have came through Dublin and have been the best football players on the defensive side of the ball to come through there. And actually, me watching the 9th grade practice walking off the football field on the varsity, when I seen this young man walk out there for the first time with his pads on, I said, as a freshman, he should be starting that linebacker with us, but they didn't give him the chance because he was a freshman, but he was capable of playing on our team then. What's up, Keith Paul, though?
All right, hold on. I got him in the queue right now until they get situated. I'm trying to wait for him to get situated. There we go. We're bringing back up to the queue.
King, hold on, man. I got a lot of people keep hitting me up on the book, man. This is crazy, man.
I see the numbers is crazy tonight. You know what I'm saying? But
it's insane, man. We got people asking me, are we gonna be on next week? And it's just a lot of people that are interested in the show, man, which is good. And I think maybe a better itinerary, a few more tweaks here and there, man. This thing could probably take off.
I think we're there too. I think the big thing everybody want to talk about is but let's go to the next thing. Since we talk about the next thing, we'll go ahead and go. Man, it's almost time for us to go. The next thing is let me get everybody in. Try to get everybody in here real quick. See if we can see how this is gonna look. See how this is gonna look. Then go bow. Don't put you in the right bow. And then the key put you in the right bow. All right, cool. Let's see how this looks now. Can everybody see everybody? Everybody can hear everybody?
I can see it. Yep.
There you go. There you go. Bo, you're a little dark there, but everybody else is good.
Keith, you want me to go back to your introduction real quick?
Man, that's totally up to you. I'm humbled and appreciative of all of it.
Let me go back to the introduction real quick. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Keith Paldo, who was also a linebacker for Dublin, who signed the letter of intent to play college football. When he was a freshman, I was a senior. When he was walking out there to practice with the JV, the first time I saw him, he had his pads on going to practice, and I looked at him and I said, he can play for us right now as a freshman. He could start on our defense as a freshman, but they didn't give him the opportunity. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, talent knows talent. Keith, welcome to the show.
Man, again, appreciate it, man. That's humbling and definitely I really did appreciate it and gratitude, man. I watched you a minute Friday nights get loose out there, and I was like, one day that's gonna be me. And hey, look at what happened.
Hey, man, I'm glad that you made it through, able to sign that ink along with King, who signed as well. King was a stapler on the offensive line for our football team, and King could play defense too. He could play both sides of football. So, ladies and gentlemen, he had the size, he had the strength, and you gentlemen, I'm glad y'all came through Dublin and did good things for the program. Fantastic, guys. Awesome stuff.
Keith, I'm glad you're on here, man. I thought you do football till you start talking about Alabama shouldn't have made it or nobody SEC. Then I like, we gotta take Keith whole degree. What they do down there in the middle of Tennessee? You know what I'm saying? What did they do to him in Tennessee? He lost all. Oh, that's not a great education. That's what they teach them down that way.
Listen, you know better than that. You know better than that. It's just again, if they was gonna let Alabama come in, then you know what I'm saying, like I said, the whole Power 5 conference thing that they had agreed upon, it's just been washed out the window. But at the same time, I get it. I know it's all about that mighty dollar, and I know FSU fans don't travel.
Why y'all keep trying to bring money in? We got the best 4 teams.
Hey, man, that's what's been going on. You got to read between the lines on that one, brother.
Best 4 teams.
Man,
Speaking of the, go ahead, Keith. I'm sorry.
Stop it. You know, look, if we talking about the best 4 teams, and you telling me Georgia ain't one of the best 4 teams in the country,
I did say that. You never heard me say that.
So what I'm saying is they had to let Texas in
because they beat Alabama.
Because they had to let Texas in. That's why they let Bama come in the game.
All right, but the issue, like y'all told me 2 years ago, Brooker said on my show, he said King, he said 2 years ago, Brooker, thank you for watching the show and listening. Brooker put on Facebook, he said King, he said the argument that you're arguing against now is the same argument that they had. The argument that you guys have now is the argument I had last year when Bama lost 2 games and Bama didn't get in. Bama lost, and what everybody was telling me was, hey, Bama lost 2 games, they shouldn't get in. Right? They didn't handle their business. Same thing with Georgia this year. Georgia win, then you probably have. Actually, Bo, your biggest challenge, your biggest issue was Georgia losing. Because if Georgia wins, you guys are definitely in. It wouldn't even have been an argument. Georgia wins the game.
It's a lot of style points, guys. I'm gonna take y'all way back in the old school days in 1993, West Virginia. When you pull them up you pull their schedule up in 1993, West Virginia went undefeated at 11-0, and Florida State went 10-1, and they let us play for the national championship and kept West Virginia out.
They should have,
because they said Virginia ain't played nobody. So it's about the style points, and you know the media rule that it's all about that mighty dollar when it comes to some of those things.
That's what I'm saying. That look, at the end of the day, that money travels, and the ones they got in there, the Texas, Alabama, Michigan, Ohio State, Georgia, that money travels. So if they got an opportunity to get those teams in, 9 times out of 10, if it comes down to that, that's who's gonna be in there.
I just feel like, hey man, you know, it is what it is.
I'm gonna call a spade a spade.
Spade is the best team, the best 4 teams, the best teams in there. They made it's a logical decision. Logical. I didn't say it's a logical decision. You could put Georgia in. Georgia just lost the SEC championship. You couldn't put Georgia in. You couldn't put Florida State in because Florida State had a horrible schedule, and you had the Texas. You couldn't leave Texas out because Texas beat the team that just beat the best team in the college football. So it's a logical decision to make it base, and it is. I will agree. It is also the best money, and it makes the best sense. Y'all biggest issue is 3 people: TCU, TCU, TCU,
Yeah, that was
TCU.
dumb.
They
But
got
see,
y'all
but
last year, but see
Michigan,
that's Georgia's fault
but
because Georgia, y'all, they paired it for TCU last year. That's on Georgia. So Georgia, you're your
Michigan,
own reason you're not in this year.
that's Michigan fault.
Well, what is?
Well, I'm gonna say
That's
it's the
Michigan
committee
fault.
fault. The committee put TCU in there last year.
No, that's that they deserved it. They deserved it.
No,
I
that's
feel
what I'm trying
like
to tell you. I don't think they did because
Georgia.
they didn't play anybody. They lost to kid. They lost to who was that kid? Not Kid State. Kansas State. They lost to Kansas State in the championship. They didn't even win their own. They didn't win their own conference.
They won the conference. I thought they won they won the conference.
No,
They
they
lost the
lost. They lost
no.
the championship
They
game. They won the
lost
championship.
the conference championship game.
Right.
That's what
They
it
lost
was.
the championship game. They went and beat Michigan, and then got destroyed by Georgia. So
Yeah,
the question is, my question was, and I said from the beginning, I just wanted to see Michigan and Alabama play, and Georgia and Ohio State play. I actually thought Georgia should be number 1, Michigan number 3, Ohio State number 2, and Alabama number 4. And I thought that would have been a fantastic. No, I had it the other way. I had Georgia playing Ohio State and Michigan playing Alabama. I thought it would have been like a fantastic. That would have been one of the greatest playoffs that they've ever had. So I thought that's what they should have did, and I thought like they listened to the people saying, "Oh, you gotta look at them, they undefeated, they undefeated." The same thing that both try to scream to us now, and we can't listen to that mess because that mess got a blowout.
Well, you can't, well, Florida State ain't TCU, and at the same time, you can't leave Washington out of it either. Because Washington undefeated, and they don't beat 5 top 10 teams. They don't beat Oregon
Washington
twice. So
deserves it. Yes.
yeah, it's a lot of good football teams out there right about now. The only thing that I'm gonna say about the committee is that they didn't go to the 12-team panel fast enough.
Well, it's still gonna be some. It's gonna be some teams next. It's gonna be some teams next year doing the same thing. They're gonna get left out, and they're gonna be complaining and saying
absolutely. It's
they're
always
gonna.
somebody always got to get left out.
Right. It's gonna be complaining.
The NCAA men's basketball tournament went from 64 to 68, and now 69 want to get in. So somebody always gonna be left out. Absolutely.
Well, I tell you, a league that doesn't leave out their top teams, and that's the NFL. Transferring to the y'all see, I do this for a living. You know what I'm saying? The NFL, taking the top teams in the NFL. You got the Dolphins who have moved up to the number 1, having tied for having the number 1 record in the NFL, along with the Philadelphia Eagles, both at what 9-3. Oh, do you have the second best record, right?
Yeah, Philly's 10-2.
10-2, and the second best record with Philly being 10-2. The Dolphins 9-3, and then y'all know who's down there. Y'all know who's next. Y'all know who's there.
The Cowboys.
Yes,
the
sir.
Cowboys are there. Don't leave
Yes,
out them 49ers. Now they playing good football too.
And the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
my question to you guys is, how do you feel? Who is the favorite right now? And who? How do you see things shaping out these last 3 games we got left? 3-4 games that we have left.
Keith, I'll let you go first. Who's your team too? Who's your team, Keith?
We still them boys. We still them boys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan way back.
Let me move both to the outside.
we gotta bring somebody else on the show because all 3 of us got the Cowboys in the Super Bowl this year. You got to get somebody else on the show, King, because there's too much parity going on, man.
Hey, man, listen. Hey, they in a great spot right now.
Beautiful.
They control their own destiny. Like that's all you ever want to be able to do is control your own destiny.
Well,
so if you go out and you prepare and do what you're supposed to do, hey, if they get the number 1 spot in the NFC, I'm gonna go ahead and book my trip to Vegas.
Preacher.
I don't blame you. I've been saying this since the preseason. I'm a Miami Dolphin fan, but I've been saying it since the preseason. On the NFC side, I got the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Right now, they're in a good spot. All thing they got to do is just take care of business. If they take care of business, everything will come through Dallas. I know Philly is 10-2, but it starts with them this week. If they can beat them, then everything else is downhill.
That's it.
I think hold on. I know who I'm about to get on the show. Wait.
You gotta get a Cowboy hat on here, man. Everybody
I got him coming if he's available. I got him coming.
It's a plethora of them out there. All you gotta do is close your eyes and point.
I got the X. I got the one for y'all. Hold up. I got him coming. Let me call me and see if he's available. But listen, I think this is because y'all know what this week is, right? Do y'all not know what this week is? Do y'all know what this week is?
Philly hate week.
It's definitely it's rivalry. It's rivalry week part 2. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to find you see what's going. So you get to see everything behind the scenes now. You get to see how everything is ready now. Huh? Now, yeah. Your boy special. Now, you know what I'm saying? I know your boy got some. I got some skills over here. You know what I'm saying? I got some skills.
you might go ahead and do that move right now.
just a little bit.
Got a little bit of skills over here. Let's see if I get my boy here real quick because I had the residential Philadelphia fan. And let's see if I can find him. Let's see if he's available to come on the show real quick and get him on the show. Let me see if I can get him on there. But y'all go ahead. So you guys, who y'all have winning this weekend out of Philly and Dallas?
You already know, man. You know, you got Dak thrown for 300 some yards. Lamb caught for 191, 17.4 catch. You had Pollard running for over 4 yards a carry. Got down there to the goal line a couple of times, couldn't punch it in. But this time, then I expect a blowout. I'm gonna leave it all alone and just say this: I expect Dallas to blow them out. I don't care about them coming off a loss to the 49ers. I expect Dallas to blow them out.
See, that scares me, Bo, because every time you choose my team, we lose. And that scares the mess out of me, Bo. I'm just saying, I really hope you was going with Philly. You know, last time you chose the Cowboys, and we was on the same thing, we got blown out. Come on now. I was really hoping you said Philly will pull up the upset.
King, let me ask you a question.
Oh, man, I'm scared.
Last week for Thanksgiving, we were off the show. The week before that, we did a pick series with you and I. What did I go on that pick series compared to where you went to?
I lost every pick. I was horrible that week. But remember though, I called some of them and I said, "Hey, I want to be the contrarian." So I didn't want to pick the same picks as you. So I was like, all right, because I called a couple of them. I told you that I wanted. I was rooting for Cleveland with what's that? And they benched them and bought an old one. Oh man,
there ain't no way I'm going with a team I don't think we're gonna win, man. You can't do that to yourself.
No, I just did. I got enough confidence in my picks that if I pick it, I just feel like the football guys is gonna honor it and go with it. You know what I'm saying? just because I picked it, they're gonna be like, you know what, King picked it, we're gonna make sure it happens. You know what I'm saying? That's like confidence I got.
Cut it out.
I ain't lying because I wouldn't dare do that to myself.
No, at all. Y'all can have them picks. They like them picks is dangerous.
You know, I had to stop because I saw that people were like betting on the picks, right? And I was like, okay, yes, definitely. Literally betting on the picks, dog. So I was like, wait a minute. I told him, I said, y'all stop doing that until we get our sponsorship with Underdog or with, you know what I'm saying? With FanDuel or whatever. If they ain't breaking off the check, don't y'all bet on our picks yet? Because I ain't going to take it seriously when we start getting the check broke off. When they start betting off the check for us, Bo, then guess what?
Don't want no rascals get mad at us because they don't lose.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So, hey, if I ain't get no check on top of you getting the check, don't be trying to take my picks and get money off me and my picks. When I ain't get a check on top of you get a check, like with FanDuel write the check, or when whichever one would write us the check, both for the millions, then yeah, I'll make some official picks and take it seriously. But right now, nah, it's all for the fun and love of the game. You know what I'm saying? It's all for the love
man. I can't believe people got serious about that and went to bed, and that ain't good. Tell them, don't listen to me, man. I'm just a fan just like them.
Yeah. I ain't gonna tell you not listen to me. Like when I'm on, I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on, I can change your life. You know what I'm saying? You might go from a 1,000 there, you might go from 100 there to 1,000 there, and then 1,000 there to 1,000,000 there when I'm on. Now I'll be honest with you now. What I'm telling you, it's probably gonna come true. Like I told everybody Alabama's gonna beat everybody. Came true, right? And I told, well, let me say so. I definitely gotta bring this up, key Paul though. Don't hold your head to your side because you know who your boy is, right? Listen, keep on. Listen, I tried to tell these guys, listen. I tried to tell these guys, I said, listen, I'm hearing, and I tried to warn you too. Y'all get mad at me when I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to lighten the fall. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make the fall easier. You know what I'm saying? I want you to make it a smoother landing like the economy. Like that's what I'm trying to do. So when I told you was talking about Florida State making it in, and I told you the night before, I said they ain't gonna get in. I'm hearing. When I say I'm hearing, I'm telling you, I'm hearing They wasn't getting in. I have certain people. First of all, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I got the Holy Ghost, but I got discernment. You know what I'm saying? I got discernment, and I'm an analyst. But then I also have certain people that I listen to and I know, and that I ask questions and they communicate with me, and they have small tidbits and tell me, okay, this is what's gonna happen, and this ain't what's happening. This was happening. This wasn't happening. And somebody that I trusted came up and said, hey, we saying that Florida State and Georgia out. I was like, because I didn't think Georgia was gonna be out. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I said last week, I think Georgia gonna make it. But then I heard somebody that's like King and said, hey man, we hearing right now Alabama's in. I was like, oh, that's the first thing I want to know. For all that, he said it's gonna be Alabama. I said Florida State and Georgia gonna be out. I said, whoa. So I posted it. As soon as I posted, I said, yeah, I'm hearing that it's gonna be Michigan, it's gonna be Washington, it's gonna be Texas, and then it's gonna be and I put it in the order, right? Did I not? And I put it there, and I said, right, and I said it. I put it there. That wasn't just me. That was what I was hearing from the people that are inside the situation, saying that that's what it was.
You had
inside
sources close to you.
Right. I had inside source. I'm not saying that they listen. I'm not saying that like I do have sources that know me first name basis, right? But then I have sources,
Absolutely.
right? But then I have sources like serious sources that not only know me first name, but then I have serious sources that I follow and I listen to, and they will respond back to questions. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, well, that's good.
So when I'm telling you, when I'm saying, hey, I'm hearing this, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing it. Like I'm literally hearing it. I'm literally saying, hey, it ain't just me saying, oh, I think this is gonna happen. It's like I'm hearing from the top people saying, hey, this is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And I follow the people that, and they haven't been wrong. I'm talking about 90% of the time they right. Like they told, like I was listening to them talking about when LeBron then was going to Miami. That's how come I was on top of that way ahead of time, because my source was like, yo, we hearing LeBron going to Miami. And I was like, what? When now LeBron go to the Lakers, it made sense to me because I was able to do that on 2K. So I was like, okay, that could work. You know what I'm saying? That's a different situation. You know what I'm saying? That's a different situation. You know, and same thing. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Same thing with the Zach LaVine and the Lakers. And I was like, okay, we need a shooting guard. You know, I know you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't like it. But I said we need a shooting guard, and it'd be good if we get, you know, Zach LaVine in the point guard, and we're seeing Hachimura. And what's his name? It just made sense.
You gotta give me more than just Zach LaVine, dog. That's that them no. Mm-mm.
I think they give you Carter. I think he's a point guard named Carter. That makes
you gotta bring
maybe
me back
a draft pick.
You gotta bring me back a draft pick and what's my boy that you Caruso.
Nah, Caruso, it won't work. Financially, it won't work.
Well, that's the only way I want it. That's the only way. Like, you got to bring me back. You got to bring me a dog back. You got to bring me a dog back. I can't just have LaVine.
Okay.
I don't think they need to touch the roster. I think they need to let it be.
They definitely need to touch the roster.
I don't think they should touch the roster either. I just think they need to get a little bit more game together. That's it.
Absolutely. Now, King, I will say this right here. It's a point that you and Rock brought up about 2 weeks ago on the show.
Mm-hmm.
We do need to take that ball out of LeBron James' hand coming up and down the court, and we need a point guard who can defend at the top of the key.
Yeah, and that's why.
Last night, that's why I was saying bring Caruso back.
All right, last night. Listen, last night I was telling y'all last night, but y'all gotta forget that Zach LaVine can run the point also, right? LaVine can run point too. He can run point also. What I was saying was last night. It showed last night. Oh my God! Austin Reed will make a big play, then make a big turnover. You know what I'm saying? He'll make a big play, make a big turnover. I mean, he's just lackadaisical with the basketball. I mean, last night he had a wide open player. He tried to go behind the back with it and got stored, and KD went down and got a dunk. The last play, really? Did y'all watch the game last night? The play in? I was gonna talk about this later.
The exact play that you're talking about, that was a critical turnover.
Right. And then really, we probably should have lost that game. The referee bailed us out because they trapped it. I said it. I called it earlier. I said, man, if I'm Phoenix, I'm trapping Austin Reeves off the rip because he left 2 days ago with the basketball. And sure enough, on that last play, they trapped it. It just so happened they gave LeBron the timeout. But they didn't have the Lakers didn't have control of the basketball though. It should have been Phoenix's ball. But they gave LeBron the timeout.
At the time of the timeout, Austin Reeves actually still had the ball.
No, he
At
did
the
not.
exact listen. If
He
you
did
still
not.
frame it from the angle to where you can see down the baseline, down the sideline. If you still frame it with the time that he's calling the timeout, it's the exact same time that he had the ball. I'm not telling you no lies. I'm telling you about the
I
sources close
believe.
to me.
I believe you. I believe you. I ain't saying that you lying, brother. I just disagree. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm
I
just
just
telling you about the
disagree.
sources close to me.
You know, all I'm saying though is that my thing is this though, Keith. Somebody who handles the ball a little bit better gets the ball out of their hand and make a better decision than what Austin Reeves did.
But yeah,
He's
look,
trying
and
so
I'm gonna
hard
tell
to.
you,
I think he's
that's
trying
the
so
reason
hard to
why.
be Dwight Kobe that he's doing too much. Play your role, bro. Get your 15 off the bench. Go back down and sit down. We don't need. You know what I'm saying? I can talk about the Lakers for 30 minutes. Cause I got a whole thing about the Lakers that I don't like. That I see this happening in the Lakers that I do not like. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. We give AD a hard time. We give AD like last night. AD had 22 in the first half. We give him a hard time, but they do not. That third quarter, LeBron and Austin Reeves, they do not get AD involved in the offense at all. They run no play. Shaq would have slapped somebody, be like, "Hey man, come down, throw the ball down low. Keep giving me the ball down low." They did not get AD the ball any in the third and fourth quarter.
Shaq would have been calling to the head coach to call a timeout.
Yeah,
One
all that.
of the
But
things
see,
also that I've noticed last night in the third quarter when we was up by 14 and they come back and took the lead by 1, we missed too many petty layups, man. We missed a lot
Yes.
of easy shots from a lot of different guys, man. A lot of people missed them. And that hurt us because the game didn't really have to be that close.
Mm-hmm.
no,
We
not at
back
all.
in.
Go ahead,
Yep,
Keith. What you say?
they was. I said 14-0 run. That's what they hit. 14-0 run.
Yeah.
And I think that's the big thing. That's the big thing that we definitely have to see. I think they have to keep AD involved in the game because he's not. His mind, he wonders. He's like me, Keith. He like me in the classroom. Like, you know what I'm saying? You give me some pencils. You give me a couple of pencils and everything, man. We're gonna make a movie right in the class. They like, boy, you're a creator, man. I've been a creator. I can make a movie out of pencils. You know what I'm saying? So, so like at the end of the day, you give me some pencils, I'll make a movie out of anything. So my mind is wondering. I think that's the thing with AD. AD, you got to keep him involved with the offense. And I think sometimes Austin is trying to get his, LeBron is trying to get his, and then they lose him. They lose him in the thing. I tell you who I think is the big deal for the Lakers too, that we don't talk enough about. But when he plays well, the Lakers are almost unbeatable. Y'all know who that is?
Dangelo.
No,
D'Angelo Russell, man. When D'Angelo Russell
Dangelo.
plays, when D'Angelo gives you 24, 25, and
It's a wrap.
you not beating
It's
the
a wrap.
Lakers. You're not beating
It's
them.
a wrap.
you know, he's nice with his shot, but sometimes he's off.
Yeah.
But when he's on, oh my goodness, Hollywood turns into Bollywood real fast. I mean, the crowd gets pumped because when he hit his shots are phenomenal.
Yeah.
It reminds me so much of Derek Fisher with that long range left-handed jump shot. But the thing about it with him is if he misses a shot, it seems like he'll come back and try it. But if he misses it again, then he'll get unconfident in his shot. But he has to realize, even though he has LeBron with him and AD with him, you got to still take that shot because he's an incremental part of our team. This is his second stint with us. We brought him in to perform very well. And one other thing too, King, when it comes to AD, we're paying him too much money to lose him in the flow of the game. You got to keep him involved. He's making some serious money.
Right. You make it
And
very
see,
well.
and that's always been my complaint about LeBron. LeBron has to have another player that can get his own shot because he has the ball. It's not in the flow of the offense. Like it's he has to have the ball in his hand in order to be his most effective. He can't run around off screens and pop out and hit the jump shot. Like that's not his game. And that's the only flaw that I give to him because outside of that, downhill all day, if he was involved in the pick and roll with D'Angelo Russell on a consistent basis, it would be like Stockton and Malone.
I agree with that because LeBron is money from 18 to 16 feet all day.
Dog, if he would really take that to heart and be in that area, like it would just change everything. But he's not comfortable with doing that.
Well, I talked about man Anthony. Anthony said he couldn't come in. He said He said he got retail holiday hours, brothers. But he said, "Fly Eagles, fly, fly Eagles, fly." Listen,
I shot the bird. I shot the bird.
listen. Hey, man, hey, we growing creep. We have no animal cruelty here on this show. You know what I'm saying? We
Look,
love the birds, the dogs, the cats. You know what I'm saying? We love all of them,
look,
unless you're a
read
bulldog.
between, look. As they say, you got to read between the lines
I got
sometimes.
you. I got you. All right. So, all right. Well, now we got like 10 minutes left, guys. Thank you all, man. You got King Bosho. We got our guest Keith on here with us, chilling on here with us. Keith Paul though. Legends. I'm up here with legends, man. I feel special. I'm up here with living legends. We started talking about NFL, but we kind of got to the Lakers. I made an analogy, and we went Lakers because I think we all enjoy the Lakers also.
A lot of it.
We was talking about the NFL. Big win for San Francisco beating the the Philadelphia. I was gonna say the Philadelphia
Heavy,
49ers, the Philadelphia Eagles,
heavy.
and they dogged them. They dogged them. How do y'all feel about
Dog,
them? How do y'all feel about the Eagles winning that game? 49ers winning that game 42-19 over the Eagles. What do y'all feel about that?
Keith, I'll
Bo?
let you speak on this one first.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was just telling me to go ahead and knock him out real fast,
Uh,
like the 49ers did the Eagles. Basically, man, it's a situation where they were overmatched and they finally had the calls that usually go their way, not go their way,
mm,
and that's something that they're not accustomed to. So when it starts going the other way, they lost all bearings and they got out of hand real quickly.
mm. How you, Bo? How you feel about it?
I think it was more of a mental game. The 49ers football players, they wore all black. They knew they lost the NFC Championship game to them last year when the quarterback got hurt and they had to do direct snaps for the rest of the game to a receiver playing running back and quarterback without attempting any passes. They felt like they left something on the table with that loss last year, and they made it personal when they walked out there on the football field. It was one of those games. Whenever you see a wide receiver pancake block a linebacker and get up and look at him like what, then you know you in a serious football game because at this point in time, they don't care about the injuries. They just want to make a statement. And that's what the 49ers went out there and did. And Debo Samuel's, goodness gracious, man. I just got tired of seeing him run through the middle of the Eagles defense going into the end zone. And I mean, after the football game, he was talking trash in the lobby
Mhm.
and they were talking trash before the game. The Eagles, they made it personal and they went out and showed, I'm sorry, the 49ers made it personal and then they went out there and just showed everybody, hey, we're the better football team today.
Got you, guys. I agree, man. Go ahead. Keith, you was about to say something?
I was about to say now it's crazy that the 49ers have gotten up for two games. And that's the Cowboys and that's the Eagles. Like they really got up for that. And the other two, and the Eagles and the Cowboys at that time, it's like they were just going through the motions. And the crazy part about it is that's kind of when I saw Dak start to take his role serious as the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. And that's where I'm excited about this next week and going towards the end of the season. Because this is really going to show me, are the Cowboys able to get up like the 49ers are able to get up? Because this is going to be, I think this is the most important game of the season for the Cowboys. No lie.
I agree with you. I think that it's a very important game for the Cowboys, and I think they have to. I will say it's a must win. I would like for them to win though. I think if they do win, I think if they win, they put themselves in a great position to be number one. Right. I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think San Francisco may lose one or two more games. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe one or two. If they lose one or two, that means that it's gonna be up to really Philly or Dallas, especially whoever wins this next game. Right? They have a head up on them. So I think the Seattle game is going to be a better game than what people expect it to be. I was very impressed with Geno and how he played with the Cowboys. A couple of passes he missed, but I was very impressed with him. I think the rookie wide receiver that helped him against the Cowboys on that last play off the blitz, he didn't do the blitz read, so Geno threw it up. And if he would have made the adjustment, that actually probably would have been first down. They probably would beat the Cowboys, to be honest with you. But I think that when it comes down to, I think San Francisco has shown himself to be a powerhouse. Now, who's leading the MVP? Who y'all got leading the MVP?
King, we talked about this about 5 weeks ago. I mentioned that if that touchdown to interception ratio continues to disperse itself and get further away from each other, he's going to be in that race. Dak Prescott is right there in that race because he's been throwing a lot of touchdowns and hardly ever throwing interceptions again. Dak Prescott name is in the MVP race. Tyreek Hill is in there. So, you've got a lot of good football players in there, but right now, hey, man, if Dak Prescott keep playing the way he's playing, and the MVP typically goes to a quarterback, if he continues to play well, you got to pretty much say Dak is right there. We got a few more weeks left to make a determination, but, hey, he's right there at the top.
Who you got, Keith?
Yeah, I like both of them. And I just want to say, shout out to Tyreek Hill. He's putting up some numbers like we've never seen before.
Right.
He said he was going to do 2,000 yards receiving this year. He's definitely on pace. And if we see that, and the Dolphins end up getting that number one spot in the AFC, it'll be tough to hold him back as well.
Well, I think at the end of the day, I think it definitely has to be something where we definitely look at the situation and we say that if whoever wins out, it's almost get to the point where whoever has the best record may have the best possibility to win the MVP. Whoever plays it, I think if Dak wins out, if he wins 2 of the next 3 games, I think he kind of locks it in. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised that Mahomes fell off so quick. And I wouldn't count him totally out, especially if they're going on a little run at the end of the year. I wouldn't count him out. I kind of tired of seeing him, but I really would like to see. To be honest with you, if I wasn't a Cowboy fan, I probably would want Tyreek Hill to win it. You know what I'm saying? I think Brock Purdy. I think he's a system quarterback. He plays in a quarterback-friendly system. With Kyle Shanahan, he's known to take quarterbacks and cater an offense around that quarterback's strengths and have them to be successful. We saw him do it with Griffin. We saw him do it with Matty Ice. We've seen him do that on a number of occasions here, and I think this is something that Brock Purdy is. So I get why people want him to be. He's been playing phenomenal. But I think it's more of a system thing in the pieces that he has around him with Kittles, with McCaffrey, with Deebo Samuels, who is a man. That was a man. You know what I'm saying? With all those guys. So I just can't root for San Francisco. I don't want to tell you why, but I just can't root for them. I've never been a San Francisco fan, ever. So I can't root for them at all. But I would like to see I wouldn't mind seeing the Cowboys and the 49ers in the playoffs.
I would love to see that at the NFC Championship game. I would love it.
I'm telling you what I'm hoping. If we don't win, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
I think it'll be a great game, but that game needs to be in Dallas.
I agree.
It needs to be in Dallas.
If it comes down to it in San Francisco, I think they'll get a couple of calls down the stretch.
You know what, though? I think if it's in San Francisco, I think San Francisco will be overconfident. I think that'll be Dallas's best chance to beat them because I think San Francisco may say, "Oh, we got them, we got the number, and we at home." I hope as a hope. Right?
I'm gonna throw out this analytical and statistical thing for you.
Okay.
On the road and on natural grass, they still got the natural grass in San Fran?
I think so. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dallas don't win on natural grass. Yep.
That's not good for Dallas.
Now, if Dallas does not win if they do not win home field advantage, something that I hope happens. Oh, put the camera on me. I hope this happens. I hope this definitely happens. If this happens, please let it happen. If Dallas does not get home field advantage, that means they won't get the bye. That means they have to play the lower seed, right? That means they have to play the lower seed.
I know you're going with this.
And if it just so happens that this seed is there and he shows up, yes, and things keep going the way they're going, Dallas will play at home against the Atlanta Falcons. And oh my God, please, Lord, let it happen. Let it happen. Let it happen. Jesus, let it happen. Please, Lord, let it happen. Let it happen. I so want to put that 40. I want to put that 40 piece on the Falcons. Please, Jesus. That would make my year. Hey, man, that would make my year right there. If Dallas and the Falcons played the first round, and we put a 40 piece on the Falcons, and Dallas is the cat. Lord, please. Please, come, football guys, please. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that there's only one Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. But I'm just saying that jokingly. But football guys, please. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, hey, please let it happen. That would be phenomenal. I would love to see TT take that L again. Both of the TTs, TT Webb and Terrence Thomas. I would love to see EL. I would love all the abbreviations. I would love to see.
I'm talking about all of them, all the Falcon lovers.
Boy, listen, y'all think I'm smiling with Alabama? If they mess around and get Dallas and the Falcons play Dallas in the first round and Jerryland, and we hang a 40 piece on the boys, Lord. Oh Lord, they don't need to say nothing to me till next year. They
better not say nothing.
Bro, they better not run to me. Bro, listen, man. Bro, they better not run to me till next year. They better not run to me next year. Cause I'm breaking it up all day. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta be careful because Georgia fans out here fighting and stuff, threatening people and stuff like that. Y'all don't be ashamed of yourselves.
Hey King, have you noticed on the book that they go missing all the way until the game end? Then if they win, they'll finally put something on Facebook throughout the whole game. You can't hit nothing out of them.
Oh
They
man,
pop up like turtles.
hey man, who they beat? Who they beat Sunday? They beat they won Sunday. What's it? The Jets. Yeah, they beat the Jets. Jets. Oh, we back, baby. We number one in the NFC South. We got it. I'm like, man, listen. I was like, y'all need to lose these games. They look at me like, huh? I was like, these are bad wins. I was like, why? I said, these are horrible wins. I was like, why? I said, because the more you win, the less draft pick you get. Y'all need to lose. Y'all not winning the Super Bowl. Y'all not going to. Y'all need to lose this game to go get a quarterback. Oh, Desmond, listen, man. Go get you a quarterback. Go in that quarterback. Go in the quarterback sweepstakes. They got a couple of them that's coming out this year. That's gonna be good. Go get you a couple of quarterbacks. Because right now, man, I'm sorry, they don't have a quarterback. And I like Desmond Ritter.
You want to know what's crazy though, King? I really think they need to be focusing their time and seeing about going to get Justin Fields.
You think they trade for Chicago?
I think they need to.
Keith, I said that about 6 weeks ago before the trade deadline. They should have made that move.
He did.
Yeah, I think that would be great for the city as well as for him.
You know what? You want to know the truth, Keith and Bo? I don't think Arthur Blank wants him. I think Arthur Blank still. I think Arthur Blank is still scoring from the Mike Vick situation. So he does not want to know that quarterback.
I feel the same way. I feel 100% the same way.
Yeah. He don't want to know the black quarterback. Yeah,
I get it.
Justin Field reminds everybody too much of Michael Vick, and I don't think he goes in that direction. I think he would get on the board for USC because he's a different type quarterback. He scrambles to throw, right? But Justin Field is too much like Michael Vick. I don't think he makes that because he had a chance to get remember he had a chance to trade for Lamar. He was like he didn't want that, and I was like, wait a minute, how you not want Lamar? Lamar's an MVP.
Yeah, he thought Ritter was that guy, dog.
Come on, man. He's not that dumb. He's a businessman.
Hold on.
That man's the CEO of Home Depot.
you say he a businessman, but I say he has people that he's hired to take care of that business.
Hey, man.
He needs to hire somebody to take care of his Atlanta Falcon business.
Go ahead, Bo. I'm sorry.
Because they went 13-0 over there at Cincinnati. He looked at the kid as a winner. We'll bring him in. He's a winner, and at the end of the day, he can help us win. But there's more to it than the NFL. Not only to me is that Ritter is green, but I don't think that the head coach is a quarterback builder. I don't think he can develop the kid the way how he's supposed to. He built all his coins off of Derrick Henry's back.
Right. They talk about Tannehill Ryan Tannehill being having a successful season, but a lot of that was off play action. That was play action, and Derrick Henry was bailing them out and winning games, off the rip. And that's who I thought that's who I was hoping Cowboys would trade for. If the Cowboys get Derrick Henry in the offseason, it's a wrap. It's a Super Bowl.
That's a big get if that happens. That's a
But
big get.
but we got collateral now though, because we can get rid of we could trade Trayvon if we need to. You know what I'm saying? I would rather keep him with because I think him, Bland, and Stephon Gilmore. I think Stephon can give me a couple more good years. Him, Bland, and Stephon Gilmore.
Stephon is gone.
You think gone after this year?
He had a 1-year deal. He gone.
He resign. Especially if they win. He'll resign.
If they win,
how old is Stephon? Stephon's about 30. I want to say.
I think he might be 31.
Yeah. I can tell you.
And Trayvon is coming off of an ACL injury.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who are the Cowboys safety? Who's starting safeties?
The starting safety is Hooker and Curse.
Yeah. I like Curse. Sometimes he plays stupid. Stephon Gilmore.
You gotta learn how to get into the zone and bump out, man. He don't know his coverages like he's supposed to. Whenever they're doing a zone and somebody's in motion, hey, bump out and follow your man if you're bumping out into a zone. If not, just stay with him man to man. He got misscrewed a lot in that Cowboy game versus 49ers. In that particular play.
Yeah, he's 33. Stephon Gilmore is 33. And he has a 2-year deal. He has a 2-year deal. I thought it was 2 years. It's 2 years.
For 2.
Okay. Yeah, it's 2 years.
Okay.
2 years. Yeah. But he has a 2-year deal.
They give Trayvon some time to get it back right for some time.
Yeah, so I think.
Yeah.
I think he'll be good. Well, listen, guys. Listen.
Now, here's the only thing I say about that, real quick. You don't think the Ron Bland gonna hold out, try to get some more money?
Not if he played. Not if he played like he played against against Seattle.
that was a very humbling experience.
Hey.
But even in that game, he came out with a pick.
He did, but man, what's so buddy for the Seattle Bowl? What's the guy for Seattle? The wide receiver for Seattle. Metcalf was doing this thing out there. He's like, hey, he was standing on business. It sounded like he was standing on business inside. He was out of standing on business for real.
But again, we talking about DK Metcalf. He does that to a lot of corners.
Yeah. Yes, he does. He has ran the fastest next gen time to the end zone, scoring a touchdown at 22.23 miles per hour this year, faster than Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, that boy can run.
Right.
That boy can run.
And he big.
So you got all right. So let me go ahead. Let me get the predictions. Keith, what I got you on? Who do you have? All right. Who do you have winning the NFC East?
Ooh.
Oh man, you already know what it is. We steal them boys.
Okay, so I'll make it a little bit more harder for you. Who you have winning the AFC? No, the AFC East. I'm just playing. Who you have winning the NFC?
The NFC. I'm still gonna stick with them boys now. We still gonna roll with them boys coming out the NFC East.
Okay.
I mean, still out the East and the whole NFC.
All right, who you got coming out of the AFC?
I got coming out the AFC. I actually got the Ravens. The Ravens are they can run the ball. They can run the ball. Very tough. Gotta see. Here's the thing. Over the last since Ramsey has been back with the Dolphins have actually been the best defense in the league. But overall, Baltimore still has the number 1 defense in the league. So
Keith, don't tell nobody that we're sneaking up on everybody. Don't tell nobody that. They don't even know all
that. Hey, listen, man, I pay attention, man. I like football. Listen. So when you talk about it, the Ravens and the Dolphins are my 2 front runners. And I just give the edge because I want to see Lamar go to that next level as well. And what he's been doing in the pocket has been great. Now, if we can clean up, just like with Dak, if we can clean up those late game mistakes, they'll take it over the top.
Okay. Who you got, Bo? NFC. Who you got coming out of the NFC?
Ain't nothing changed with the NFC East and the NFC. I predicted the Cowboys to win the NFC East, and I got them in the Super Bowl coming from that side. It's been that way since the preseason. I'm still rolling with the Cowboys, and they're proving me right at 9-3. Only thing they got to do is finish strong down the stretch to head it in the right direction.
All
Now, when
right.
you come out of the AFC, King, I'm Miami Dolphins all the way. We've been taking a couple of licks here and there with some injuries. We've lost a couple of guys on the line. Armstead is out. Baker, our starting middle linebacker, is out with a sprained MCL. But we got a lot of depth, and we're going to be good to go. Other than that, man, if we don't come out, I want Baltimore to come out, man. Lamar, I want him to earn his money. He getting paid good. I want to see him go to a Super Bowl. It took him a long time to get that money during the offseason, man. It was a struggle for him to get paid. And if we don't make it to the Super Bowl, I would like to see Lamar go play against y'all in the Super Bowl, at least get there, man. So all of the stagnation of conversation about him not being able to read a defense on a swift level in 2.5 seconds, maybe all that'll be gone away if he can make it to the Super Bowl.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Y'all already know who I have coming out of the NFC. I got them boys. The AFC. I would really like to see something different. I'd like to see somebody like Houston. You know what I'm saying? Just a team, all together different type team. With the rookie quarterback. You know, so I know they lost their star wide receiver, one of their star wide receivers this past game. But I would like to see the Texans do something. I think a lot of people are going to be sleeping on Cleveland if they make it. Their defense is pretty tough too. I wish they would have stayed with my man, but they went and got the old guy, and I think that's gonna hurt them. But coming out of the AFC, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I think Miami's all flash. I don't think they.
Ooh, shots
Yo.
fired. Hit fired. Shots fired.
I gotta hit the play. I don't think Miami gonna make it this year. I don't think they're gonna make it. I think it's either gonna be Kansas City coming again. If it comes down to Kansas City, and I tell you who nobody wants to see in the playoffs either though. Nobody wants to see Buffalo make it. Everybody hoping Buffalo's count out and they might be out. But if Buffalo can sneak in too, that's gonna be another team that's gonna be strong. But
I don't have no trust in Josh Allen.
I'm looking.
I don't have no trust in their defense since Milano got hurt, and so did Tre'Davious White.
Yeah. So I'm looking. I'm telling you. I still think Kansas City is a favorite. They've been there before. I know y'all don't like to hear it, but I think they get it. I think they get their stuff together, and by time for playoff, Andy Reid is known to have himself together by the time the playoffs come. So I'm looking at it's either gonna be Kansas City, and I'm gonna go with a sleeper, just because I can. Like I just feel like doing it. I like Houston. I like if Houston makes it in there. I like Houston going on the run because I think C.J. Stroud is a beast. I think he's gonna be one of those ones.
What are the bet odds?
No bet downs at all. 0%. Do not bet on that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But wait a minute, it's a long shot. It's a long shot. Long shot.
Hey, somebody put 50 cents on that for me.
Yeah, long shot. And I'm telling you another reason why I don't think Miami gets there. I don't trust Tua. I don't trust Tua like that. If Tua's a little bit,
because he is one of those quarterbacks that has not won the big game. He don't have a real strong arm and is only going to get colder. But one thing I do like about my football team, we are running the football on everybody. We're running the ball. A-Chain is running the ball, and Mostert has the most rushing touchdowns in the NFL. So, Ken, you can nod your head now, but that offensive line moving people out the way. We got some all pros on the offensive line.
You know I'm not in my head because A-Chain should be a Cowboy. I told the Cowboys, please go get Devon A-Chain. Mississippi State, right? Hey, go get Texas Tech.
No, that's Texas, boy. That's Texas.
I said, please get him out of Texas. Please get him. Please, he's homebred. Go get him. The boy gonna hit his head on the goalpost anytime he run the ball. He been a little hurt the last couple of games. But listen, I'm so disappointed because Pollard is disappointing me at times. Guys,
it's not. He can't be disappointing you. It's like he's not a number one running back.
That's what it is. All right, real quick before we go, we got. We supposed to left. We already 15 minutes up. But I want to spend a couple minutes on this. I need you guys to really speak to the community in Dublin right now. 8 shootings over the weekend. A kid lost his life. And some of the things that's going on. Because we had this platform, I wanted to be more in sports, but what's some things that you guys would say to the community as a last word? Keith, we'll start because you're the guest, and then we'll go bold, and then I'll finish up.
Yeah, man. First of all, I just want to give my condolences to the families. I know how tough it is to lose a child. So that in itself is just heart wrenching for me. What I can say is that we get these kids something more to look at. What they have right now as a model is just not it. We have to give them more positivity. We have to show them what real power looks like, and that's us coming together in unity. Psalms 133. If you don't know it, go read it. It's behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Together in unity.
And that's what we need right now. A lot of unity. That's my shot. God bless y'all.
Appreciate it, Key. Well,
Appreciate it, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, to the community of my hometown, Dublin, Georgia, first and foremost, let me say I love y'all. And my condolences to the family and families who have been affected by these situations that's been going on. From a leadership standpoint, I think that we need to have more leadership involvement, especially in the school system. I'm not against Lawrence County and the city of Dublin implementing a leadership class for freshmen in high school. Start them out at the age of 14 in that classroom, start teaching them leadership skills to the point to where when they get older, they understand that it's not a good thing when you do harm to anybody or yourself or any property in the community. Once we can get that established, then we can start going in the right direction. I think education is always going to be the best policy when it comes to people doing the right thing. And I would love to see that get changed around. And I would love to see the curriculum added with leadership courses at the ninth grade level in Lawrence County and Dublin schools. And I think that's the start. But I also think we've got to give them more involvement besides extracurricular activities in school. I would love to see this get turned around real quick and fast because the ratio Dublin is on average of 15 to 16,000 people back and forth, head count wise, and the amount of crimes that are happening down there, believe it or not, is probably more astronomical than Macon. But ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all. Get it together. Be safe. Keep your head on a swivel. And sometimes just realize that violence is not the answer. Sometimes you can talk your way out of things. And I would love to see that and see the numbers decrease. God bless.
appreciate it, Bob. Thank you so much for that. I'm gonna end it like this. At the end of the day, man, I think what kills a lot of anger is love, and love for ourselves, love for our brother, man, love for each other, love for our God, our Creator. And I think in our community, we're seeing a lot of a lack of love, and also a lack of value in life, right? So it's so easy for us to take one of our own life, and that's something that we have to change to help kids not only understand the value in their own lives, but the value in other people's lives also. My heart goes out to the family. My heart goes out to the community. I think at the end of the day, we have to start making better decisions as parents and leaders and adults first, and then getting down to our kids, and our kids have to start making better decisions too. And that starts with at home making sure that there is discipline, making sure that there is God, and making sure that there is education, as Bo said, and just character being taught throughout our community. I want the young people to know that we love you. We're on your side, but being on your side doesn't mean that we're not going to chastise. Scripture talks about God chastising those that He loves, or chasing those that He loves, right? So at the end of the day, all because we chastise and say, "Hey, this is not the way. This is not that," doesn't mean that we don't love you. Matter of fact, we do it because we do. I'm disappointed. I had conversations with young people. Matter of fact, I had some yesterday with some middle school. I had a conversation with the middle school yesterday about this very thing, about this holiday season, making sure that, and I think my screen just went out. This holiday season, making sure that we're accountable and making sure that we hold character to each other. Listen, we talk about sports here. We talk about great things. We talk about great athletes. We talk about beautiful things. But it doesn't mean a hill of beans if people are dying in our communities. We love you guys. We believe in you. We know we can turn it around. We have faith that we will take it around. I appreciate my guys. I appreciate Bo, my co-host. What's up, my guy? I appreciate you, man. Keep all the wait, Bo, do it again. Wait, let me get it right. Sorry about that. Do it again, Bo. I appreciate you, Bo, for coming, man. Keith, I appreciate you, man. We gotta get you on, my brother. Great job to you guys, man. I appreciate each one of you guys. Listen, man, if you start off right, Quentin used to say this all the time. I was at the radio station at 103.7, and he used to say this all the time. He used to say, King, he said, if you started off right and you continue doing it right, it'll always be right. So listen, guys, let's try to be right. Not just right, but righteous to each other.
King.
Go ahead, Bo. Oh, we got to get in. Go ahead.
Don't forget to put the screen up to get a shout out to Derek Reese for the business of the week.
Yes, that's one of the things that we can do too. Is also shout out our business of the week, which is I gotta find it. So Keith, this is the part that I mess up. All right, here it is. All right, there you go. That's it. There it is.
Huge congratulations, Derek Reese.
We gotta give it to our business of the week, Dublin Meat Market, home of the $20 bags of oxtails. Listen, man, I gotta get some oxtails. Listen, I need some oxtails. You say you're gonna hook me up. You remember you over that? I ain't gonna tell you why. I ain't gonna put your business in the street while you over the oxtails.
Hey, look. Just I'll be home the weekend of Christmas. Derek Reese, look, set me aside a bag. I got a hot dub waiting on you, baby.
Hey, Derek, you owe me a good deal, Derek. You know why? I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna put your business out the street, but you know why. But listen, hey, Dublin Meat Market, man, one of the good people that we're talking about, man, one of those people that's making change in their community, a business owner. Go ahead, Bo, walk it out.
Keith, this is the sale. Keith and King, this is the sale of the week. Dublin Meat Market, $2.25 a pound pork chops and $20 a bag of oxtails and 10 drumsticks.
Woo!
Also, 3 pound pork chops, 2 pounds of sausage, and 25 wings for $50. So that's the sale that he has going on this week, ladies and gentlemen. Please go see Mr. Derek Reese and Company down there at 1121 Taffrath Street, Dublin, Georgia, 31021. Other than that, give them a call and place your order at 478-205-5055. Ladies and gentlemen, support black businesses. Derek Reese, you are our business of the week this week. Hopefully, it'll garner you some business. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out. Peace.
We're out. Peace. Go get you some pigtails, some oxtails, some pig feet, some wings, all that stuff that your grandma never used to cook. Derek, hey, man. You know what I'm saying? Get all that stuff. Hey, it's a nice place, man. Beautiful place. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
you know, Derek. Yeah, you know Derek broke the curse of that building, right? Because business couldn't stay in that building. You know?
At all.
What you say?
6 months. Every time 6 months came, it was a turnover.
It's a turnover. Derek, you the broke man. We proud of you, Derek. Keep doing the big thing, man. Keep doing your thing. Hey, listen. And don't give up doing the parties and stuff. I know everybody kind of scared and stuff like that. Just make sure you got security. Make sure that you got police in the thing, man. Don't let the violence stop the community for getting together and being together. All right. Listen, man. Bro, Key. I got one last thing to say. I got one last thing,
man.
One last thing.
Keep your head up and keep your hands out my pocket.
Bo, you know what I gotta say, Bo. You know what I gotta say.
Let's hear it.
RollTide.
Until next week, ladies and gentlemen.
Holla at y'all this week, man. Peace.
Peace out.